StreamSpace. We up in here, baby. StreamSpace podcast.
What up, world?
Episode 10. We made it. It's been a long journey. It's been 10 months. Because it's one podcast every month.
Right.
So we've been going hard for 10 months for the podcast.
What you say the statistic was? Like most podcasts don't make it past episode?
Past episode 7 or 8. Mm-hmm. So we made it to 10.
We beat the odds.
We beat the odds. Now we got to make it to 11. We just give up now.
Right, like, hey,
podcast over. We did it. Drop the mic. My name is Savage Royaldo.
DJ Just Will.
DJ Just Will's in the building. We got a special guest.
Yeah, man. It's the Kid Daddy Yankee. You know what I mean? AKA M Stacks. We right here on Wayne's World.
He's at Wayne's World.
Wayne's World.
Wayne's World.
This definitely look like Wayne's World. I ain't gonna lie to you.
It's got that vibe though.
Yeah, it definitely got the Wayne's World vibe
very
for sure.
Very chill, very laid back.
Mm-hmm. How do you feel about we just gonna jump right into it. Your studio environments. For y'all that don't know, let's start in the beginning first.
Right, let's do it like we
got I was getting ahead of myself.
To where it needs to be.
Okay.
So you're a producer.
Yeah, I'm a producer.
And
I'm a DJ.
And you're a DJ.
Yeah.
And you're an engineer.
And I'm an engineer.
Yeah.
I wear a lot of hats, but production is like, I would say like this is the main focal point of like, you know what I mean, everything that I got going on.
That's what came first was the production?
The production and DJing came hand in hand.
Mm-hmm.
But like, to be honest, just DJing, it doesn't feel right being like, oh yeah, I'm a DJ for a living. Like, you know what I mean? Like production, I feel like I got more personal gratification out of that. So I always put that first.
Right. Is it something about like seeing something physically created?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Because DJing was like, it was more so just a high in the moment. And once that moment was over, once that event was over, it was like, okay, now what next? You know?
Yeah. Music kind of can live with you.
The music lives on.
Yeah,
sure.
Yeah.
And I feel like, you know, you can express yourself more when you're actually creating music as opposed to playing music that's already
somebody
made.
else made.
Yeah,
I know he a real producer because he walked up to the door. He had a beat playing on the phone.
I did.
And I knew it was a beat. I said, "Oh yeah, he got beats."
Yeah.
He just playing a beat casually.
He was about to start rapping to it too.
Yeah, I was. No,
hey,
I need to hear it back too.
Freestyles be jumping off up in here, man.
Was that your most recent beat?
Nah, because the studio been down for like a week, so
okay.
That's probably like a beat that I made probably like last month.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
What did that production sound like? Young M Stacks.
Oh man.
Was it trash?
Nah, hell no. My music was always fire.
Well, I was always
from
great.
the jump though.
Nah, I was always fired from the jump.
That's
man.
right.
Like, and you know what I'm saying? Like, not just like my friends telling me that, but just like I caught traction really early. You know what I mean? Like coming out of, I was producing in middle school, but like high school time, like I remember like 17 years old, I had GQ magazine knocking on my door, ready to do a story on me and like the stuff that I had going on musically. So
still here in Cleveland?
Man, I was in Shaker Heights when I came across GQ magazine. And after that, I ended up doing a song with Currency, producing a song for Currency with Ray Cash and Bun B. That was like my earliest placements, major placements. And I never looked back after that. But all throughout high school, I was producing for all like the local artists and stuff, like the Corey Bates, you know what I mean, Fat Al, Chip, you know, you name them, I was producing for them.
Yeah.
Did you come up from like a musical background? Like, how did you get into producing? What made you want to start doing that?
This gonna show my age too, man. This movie called Juice, and this movie called Beat Street. Even though that's before my time, like I
don't know if I've seen Beat Street.
Yeah, I caught it while I was young. You know, I had a large record collection like you got. You know what I mean? And Beat Street was one of the albums I had, the soundtrack to it, and that made me go back and watch the movie. And I'm like, oh, so this dude is a producer. He's a DJ. I want to be like him.
Right.
He dress raw. He get all the girls. Like
that's
what more you need.
Right.
For sure.
Yeah. That's what's up, man. It's always interesting just to see people's entry into music. You know, like me, for an example, I'm a drummer. You know, I started playing drums at 6. Just was naturally just good at drums. The year I turned 6, that Christmas, I came downstairs. My parents bought me a drum set, and it was a wrap from there. You know, so that was my entry into music. They saw the skill, you know, put the drum set in there. You know, so it's just interesting to see how people get into music, whether it's like, oh, my family, like you said, your family kind of may do it, or you influenced by a movie or a record, you know, or your friends was rapping.
Yeah,
so.
that's crazy because, like, nobody in my family really did music, you know. I was, like, the first person. Still, I don't think nobody else came along You know what I mean? It's just still me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I started off playing an instrument.
What you
I
play?
played the clarinet.
Okay.
So that's where it started, man.
Okay. Yeah. Clarinet. He was on saxophone.
Yeah, I played sax.
You look like you played the saxophone.
I'm
Yeah,
weak.
man, I
Like,
got
what does a
soul,
saxophone
man.
player look like? Like, what?
Like me, man. What you talking about?
Bald, beard.
You said, "Boy, Kenny G got hair." What you talking about?
Do he play this? He played a saxophone.
Kenny G?
Soprano sax.
Yeah, soprano sax.
I keep getting it mixed up.
It's basically a saxophone clarinet.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
Yo, shouts out Kenny G, man.
Man, hey man, if you
Legend.
I would go back and you let my band director in high school. Hey, I don't know what type of beef he got with Kenny G, but every time we say his name, he'll frown up. He like, man, Kenny G only play 5 notes, man. That's it. I don't know what beef he got with him.
Some real like heavy like jazz people look down on Kenny G in a way because like I watched a documentary on him. There was a point in his career where he was getting off on just holding long notes.
Mm-hmm.
Just like not doing it, like just holding long notes and like, oh, this isn't jazz, this isn't, and people were down on him for that. But in reality, Kenny G is actually very established in jazz,
very accomplished,
very talented.
I mean, I feel like at the end of the day, man, less is more, man. Kenny G knew what he was doing. You know what I mean? He wasn't necessarily making. I don't think I don't know what his goal was, but from the outside looking in, it didn't seem like he was trying to create musical masterpieces more so than craft hits.
He was like a pop jazz artist.
There you go.
Yeah. But that was the pop
was.
side
He's
of it.
alive.
Like he was growing up playing in like soul bands, like the only white guy in an all black playing with musicians like that. Soul, R&B kind of funk stuff. That's what Kenny G came from. But he has a really good, interesting documentary. Actually, it was on HBO.
Yeah, man.
I think when you that type of artist and everything like that, you just find an appreciation for something, and you kind of stick to that formula and whatnot. He found his formula, and he just kept it moving, man. It was successful for him.
And it's making money.
Yeah.
These
And that's kind of
records.
what I do, man. I have a certain formula with this, with my production. I have a certain style, and I stick to that. You know what I mean? I don't try blend in with the new sound or anything like that. I kind of put my take on the new sound that's going on right now. That's kind of always been my niche.
Right, and they're gonna come to the M-Stack sound instead of you going to what's
telling
popular at the moment.
Listen, just will, man. I came in the game heavy samples, hard 808s, and that's how I'm gonna go out, man. Same way I came in, you know what I mean? And I feel like artists appreciate that. So, that's kind of like what I do with artists on all levels, or the artists first coming out the gate, or even the major artists that I work with to this day. Like, I feel like the EPs that we create is kind of like musically a break from what they normally do. They kind of like step into my world. I put my spin on it, my sound on it. And for the new artists that's coming out that I do these EPs with, it's kind of like me helping give them a definitive sound. You know what I mean?
Mold them. Yeah. So what's your creative process when you get with an artist like they like, hey, I want you to produce this album or even just a track with me or whatever it may be. How do you start that creative process and go through that with them?
I mean, it's different for everybody, man. But I say for like the average artist that I come across, it's more so I'm just thumbing through beats that I already made and they kind of pick what they like. But then every once in a while, you get like a higher caliber artist that kind of does things a little bit differently. I would say I was working like the first thing I said. I kind of was like, that's the way I was working at first until I came across Bodie James. That's an artist that you know what I mean. I kind of came across
Detroit
early.
in the house.
Yeah, man. Shouts out Detroit. Shouts out Bodie James, man. But I came across him early on in his career and helped give him a definitive sound. You know what I mean? And that I feel like that album that I produced for Bodie James, Live at the Roxy, I feel like that was the I don't know, they kind of sparked everything for me as far as like the EPs and different projects that I'm doing with these independent artists. I kind of like based it all off that one right there. Yeah.
So when you going in on records and you producing, you like drums first? You looking for the right sample?
I look for the right sample.
Okay.
I would say like 98% of my songs are sample based. Yep. So, everything is sample. Even like the trap shit, you know what I mean? It's still gonna be a sample in there. So that's what I start with, and I go to the drums after that shit. Okay. I would say that's the formula. I don't even really think about it when I do it, but like, that's definitely
I found myself kind of starting with the sample too. Now, with me being a drummer, people assume that I start with drums first, right? Like, oh, you start with drums first. I actually don't even care about drums first. Clearly because I'm a drummer, right? So it's like I already know what that's gonna do. I already hear that in my head, but like finding that right sample is like it's important. You know, it's definitely important. That's what's up, though, man. You said you on Logic Gang, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's always it's not always been Logic because when I first started, I actually started on hardware. So I started with the Roland Phantom.
Yep. Classic.
Yeah, that was like the main thing I had. MPC 1000.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah,
You still in the drum machine life?
Nah.
Nah.
It's just straight Logic. Straight Logic for
Okay.
me, man. You could do everything in Logic. It's simple.
Mm-hmm.
Do it like that.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Exactly.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Yeah. So you a laptop producer? Will you take the laptop and kind of produce elsewhere? You know, like you in the airport, or do you like I need to get into the zone? I need to get into the studio.
I've never been a laptop producer.
Okay.
Even though like back to Bodie James, like the whole project that I did for him, I produced that on my laptop, but that was just circumstances. Like that nigga weird when it come to recording. Like he like to record in like weird places, like the trap, fucking this person house, like the fucking living room, like his
Somewhere
house.
you can't bring your setup with you.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, so I would have to literally bring my laptop and the microphone and
A speaker or something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was like that.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
Artists like to be comfortable when they record and shit like that.
Well,
so.
that's a great segue into the initial question I was going to ask for the jump, but we had to back up.
Okay.
But the basement here, you know, how do you feel about the super $1 million studios versus, like you said, the house, the basement? You know, is it a different vibe for you? You know, do you feel differently when you're making music in a clearly it's like super pristine, you know, versus, you know, we laid back, we in the basement, we chilling.
Just overall making music, or we talking about making beats, like production? Because production I can do anywhere. Yeah. And to be honest, now that I think about it, I don't think I've ever cooked up like a beat in like $1 million studio before.
Just like a super like.
Because the $1 million studios don't be cheap, so these record labels ain't trying to waste their fucking money. And if I'm paying out my pocket, I'm not trying to waste my money. If I got an artist that's paying for it, they just trying to get straight to it and record. The beat is done.
Right.
You know, but if we in the the crib studio, yeah, we take all day with this shit. Yeah, I'll cook up from scratch.
Cook up from scratch. That's what I was getting to next. Yeah, cook up from scratch. Yeah.
I would say the different EPs that I've been dropping with these different artists, though, a lot of that is cooked up from scratch. You know what I mean? Even if the process don't start like that, it starts with them just selecting beats. It normally ends up with me cooking up from scratch.
You feel like you go ahead.
I was gonna say, like, when they started selecting those beats, that give you a good feel of what they're looking for, and then that's kind of like how you start cooking up something from scratch, because I see what mode you're in, I see what zone you're in.
They start the first record that we do. I'm like, okay, I see where we going, and then I start cooking from there. Yeah, that's exactly how the process works, man.
That's what's up, man.
Yeah.
What some of your producer influences? Who you like?
Man, probably DJ Premier,
Okay.
Just Blaze.
Okay.
I ain't gonna cap. I listened to The Alchemist growing up like a lot. I was really into his shit. And then a lot of people don't say this, man, but like locally, I feel like the kick drums, people don't mention them enough, man.
Kick drums, yeah.
I mean,
Okay.
I don't even know them dudes like that, but I just remember like how big of an influence they was on me. Just like seeing somebody in the city that's doing it, like, damn, okay, I see where I need to go with it now.
They still around?
No, I don't think them niggas make beats no more.
I haven't seen anything
One
from
of-
them.
Yeah, like they started a rock group after that shit.
Yep.
Then the rock group broke up, and then like the one nigga just do Tiller. He just do like graphic design and stuff like he still do big shit like merch and shit like that. Like and the other one still make music on his own. Matter of fact, he's still called the Kick Drums. It's just one nigga though.
It's just the kick drum.
Yeah,
Obviously
drums.
something deep happened.
It's like the Gorillas. You know, how the Gorillas is just one dude.
Yeah.
It's like Tame Impala.
Yeah, it's Tame. I didn't know
that's
that.
just
I
one
thought
guy.
Tame Impala was like hella dudes. Or
Nah, I mean he performs with a band, but like that music, that's all one dude.
Did y'all niggas know that Tony? Nobody in the group is named Tony.
Yeah. None of them are named Tony.
What the fuck's going on?
You know, Jamie Foxx's real name is not Jamie Foxx.
I knew that.
I found that out. I was blue. I was like, "What? My whole life has been a lie."
Hey, but that was like, look, when Pretty Ricky came out, we was like, which one of them is Ricky?
Nah, for sure.
None of them. None of them at all. That's what's up, though, man.
That's what I'm saying, man. Like my production, man. Like these artists, man. I feel like they gotta trust the vision, man. And that's just something I wanted to get off my chest. That's something I want to throw out there, man. A lot of these artists, they don't trust the process. I feel like if you sign up for this, man, if you enlist me to be your producer, you kind of gotta let me do my thing. Man. You can't be stepping all on my toes. I know what I'm talking about, man.
Yeah. I think sometimes they've been scarred because what we were talking about, even shout out my guy Decola, if you haven't experienced somebody who really listen, right? But there's other people that talk the good talk, and you get in the studio, they don't have no beats, they can't cook up, they don't know their software, they don't understand how to craft an album or a project or tap in with Sonics or sometimes like even for me working with artists, you just got to be quiet and let the artist tell you what you need to do.
Facts.
You know, like they should trust you, but sometimes it being a good producer, part of that is being quiet and just letting the artist be the artist too. You know. But yeah, man, definitely, falling into being a producer and allowing people to let you lead is a big part of being a good producer.
Yeah.
You know, like you said, if you call me here, you should have enough trust that I can take you where you need to be sonically.
And people need to be real about where they are in their journey of artistry, right? If you're new to this and everything like that, and then you get M Stacks or you get you in the studio, somebody who's very experienced in what they do, take a step back and learn from this person who's been here, right?
Yeah.
And then you'll that person will help enhance what you're trying to get out of your head. Versus now when you in the game for years and years and years, now
I remember when M Stacks taught me that.
I remember M Stacks taught me this, that, and the other, and blah, blah, blah. And now you're dropping some knowledge on somebody else who may be a little bit newer. Or when you get somebody who's on the same level as y'all about to cook up some magic.
Yeah. Exactly, man. Exactly. And I feel like even beyond the creative process, like you gotta trust me on all levels, because once we done working and stuff, my DJ and shit, that's when my DJ hat comes on and I start pushing the record. And a lot of the artists, this be the thing. This is something I really wanted to talk about too on this.
Let's talk about it.
Right.
A lot of these artists, they drop these hot ass songs and don't invest anything into marketing and promotion. And like I'm saying, what are we doing this for? We want people to hear this shit. We want people to stream it. You want to make money. You want to perform. You want to get booked. So why not complete the process and actually do the marketing and promo?
They'll be looking far enough ahead.
I do the production, but I'm also a DJ on the radio. That's part of the promo process after we do the EP together. So I spend on Shade 45. A lot of artists don't even realize that Shade 45 is one of the, if not the biggest radio stations in the world. It's owned by Eminem. And I don't know what it is. Maybe it's because we Cleveland, we like a blue collar town. We don't give a fuck about that shit. But like half the time, like I'll come across an artist with like a big ass buzz locally or some shit like that. Like damn, they could really do something. And I would want to get behind the record, but I'll reach out and say, oh hey, yeah, I'm gonna be playing it on Shade 45. They'll be like, I had this happen before. They'd be like, what is that? You know? Yeah. How do I listen? Like what?
Yeah,
what are you
it's like
talking about?
it's like the satellite radio. People don't understand how big that is in the world, right? They only kind of seeing like that local radio and this, that, and the other. Yeah, you got a harder chance of getting on that local radio than getting on if you get with one of the DJs who are on that satellite radio, and then your sound is going to go to so many more people around the world.
Man, I feel like a lot of artists, especially in Cleveland, and I got to focus on Cleveland because this is where I'm at.
This is where we at.
My home. But like a lot of these artists, they only care about Z107. That's all they understand. Like, well, my record's being played on Z1079, so that's all I care about. And that's crazy. You can't see beyond that game.
Nobody else in the world outside of Ohio is listening to Z107.
Exactly, and that's right. So you're gonna pigeonhole yourself in, and like you said, like people they're not thinking about the bigger picture of how I'm going to get this record out there, how I'm going to get more eyes and ears on what I do. And like when we're down here, sometimes if I'm sitting down here, he's working with somebody, and they might make a song, it's fire, you know what I'm saying? Not make, they making songs that's fire and everything like that. And then what I ask them a lot of times, I like, so what's your plan? What's your plan
they don't have a plan. But see, that's where I realize that's my job at the end of the day. It's really their job, but I know a lot of the artists won't do it. So I create the plan.
I think they just don't know, though. Like,
they think they know. I mean, I come across these artists every day. I come across these artists every day, and I reach out to them like, hey, gang, you got a dope-ass record. I want to get behind it. This is what's going to take. It's normally $1 amount because nobody's doing nothing for free. And they'll normally turn it down because they probably don't have the money or they just don't understand. I'm thinking it's more so the latter. They don't understand.
No, they don't.
Like, Shade 45. What the fuck is Shade Room 45? Like, that's their whole mentality. But these be the same artists that take their money and go down to Atlanta and get finessed by these promoters, you know,
or go to Cali and somewhere.
Go to Cali and be perfectly fine with it. Be perfectly fine with it. You know what I mean? So what? I can't trip. I just got to do my job at the end of the day and work with the artists that want to work with me and that trust the process. The very first artist I worked with was Machine Gun Kelly. That's the very first artist that I produced for, gang. Very first.
That's that
I
shaker
can't
I
look
kind of
back.
figured that. You said Shaker. I was like, he had to have some machine.
Yeah, for sure.
I know you did, but yeah.
Come on, man. I was his hype man for his first show
Yeah.
at Metropolis. You know what I mean? His first beat I ever sold. I want to say it's the first beat he ever bought.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I can't look back. Like that's my track record. All the artists, I would say 90% of the artists I produce for, especially the major ones, I produce for them early on in their career, and it's not just by happenstance or just by just randomly by chance or some shit like that. Like, nah, I've been doing my fucking job this whole time, G.
Yeah.
You know, I help artists find their sound early on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I always used to wonder, like, damn, when am I gonna be that $1 million hit producer on Billboard every other week? When am I gonna be like DJ Mustard? Maybe that'll happen, but I'm not tripping. I pay attention to what I'm actually here for and my whole purpose, and that's to help artists find their sound and help them get to that next level.
And you make a living off of it. Like,
Make a living
I think
off
that
of it.
I think also like, but we're saying like people don't understand the game and everything too. People think that success is I gotta be this famous person. Right, and that's not what success really should be for somebody. It should be that can I sustain myself off of this and live off of this. Right, if this is something I really have a passion for, then I should just be able to live off of this. Yeah, but I got to do it the right way.
See, I learned that when I was playing in the old band in Tropodelic. It showed me that there's so many bands out here that don't work a job that you'll never hear on a big radio that's making a living from touring. And I push this to artists too. Is like you need to do shows. You get that immediate bag. You can't leave everything up to streaming and getting a fraction of a penny off a listen, and then expect people to run up your streams and you're new. Yeah. But you can go hustle and within 6 months to a year get a show, maybe $200, $300, $500. You know, start getting into some festivals. You know what I'm saying? Now you got a band behind you. Now you can.
Yeah, but artists don't want to hear that shit. They don't, honest, bro. Because there's been too many artists that slipped through the cracks and didn't have to go through that whole process of what you talking about. So they leaning more towards that. Yeah. They won't even get their shit properly mixed and mastered. Yep. Why? Because they done heard hits already that sound fucking shitty. Yeah. Think about all the XXX Tentacion shit. Yeah. R.I.P. that man. But he wasn't mixing this shit early on.
He was coming right out of here, going right out the back.
Think about how many songs then became hits solely off of social media, TikTok. So
SoundCloud. They like, don't forget about SoundCloud.
So they like, I don't have to invest no money in the market.
And they don't understand that that's the exception.
You're not the exception, nigga. That's not the rule. That's all I'm saying. You're not the exception, bro. So what is we doing, man?
Exactly. They don't understand.
And I know what I'm talking about, man. Like I don't like popping my collar too much about who I produce for, but it's real, and I had to come on here and say this shit, man. I was producing for Doughboy early on in his career, man. Yeah. And that's an artist that actually listen. That man don't have to fucking work with me ever again in his life, and he don't owe me nothing. You know what I mean? But I did my part, and that's what I realized. You know what I mean?
Right, and they don't, and a lot of like we were talking about longevity and stuff like that, like real artists, like so those people who blow up quick, just as quick as you blow up, that's as quick as you fizzle out, right? Yeah. Because you don't have that, you don't understand how to sustain that success, right? Because you didn't build up to the success, right? You just you went viral, now you think you made it. And then you're forgotten about because the next viral person came out there. Exactly. But all these other people, they're laying groundwork. They're building a fan base and everything like that. Those people are going to keep coming back to them for years to come because they love what that person does, not what was that quick sound at the moment.
That's why I suggest people. I really stress live performances because that's where you can really build that serious fan base. Like when people can really see you perform and they really buy into you as an artist, they don't get that same impression from scrolling on social media.
And guess what? You not getting booked for shows if your music. Chances are you're not getting booked for shows if your music ain't on the radio. Not saying it can't happen, but most likely if they're fucking booking you somewhere you're not from to fucking perform this song, it's being played on the radio. Yeah. And that's where I come in at. You know? I spin on Shade 45, man. That's what I do. Right. You know what I mean? Like can you believe I had an artist that I was working with, he was upset because I played his song on Shade 45. Again, this is one of the biggest radio stations in the world.
You say he was mad at
you? He was upset, man. I mean, shouts out Mont Dog, man. This ain't no diss. I'm just saying. I was producing for Mont Dog for a long time. He a new artist picking up steam right now, doing his thing. I took his music to Shade 45. Not just the music that I produced, but some of his exclusive shit too. And, you know, he hit me up. He was all upset about it. Like, oh, man, you played my song. You're leaking my music. You're leaking my music. I'm like, bro,
this could be your break right here.
I'm like, dog, I don't even think you understand the definition of the word leak. I'm not releasing your shit. I DJ on the radio, bro. But this is what I realized after talking to him, man. Niggas ain't from the same era as me. Well, you the same age as me. You
Yeah,
too,
me too,
man.
yeah.
So they don't remember DJ K Slay. They don't remember Clue. They don't remember, you know what I mean, DJ EV having the exclusive Chip the Ripper songs. They don't remember that shit.
Yeah.
They don't know what Lee Jones
DJs
is.
was really breaking records, but it wasn't TikTok breaking
So,
records.
You want it to be like, but I hope that he heard my song and he liked it.
But look, I get it from an artist standpoint of like, damn, my song is not out, so I don't want nobody to hear it because people be stealing ideas. I understand that. But that wasn't his energy. His energy was just like, no, where you at, gang? Because that shit ain't cool. You play
Like he was like robbing you.
Hey,
or
I'm
something.
like, bro, it don't even have to be that type of energy. But you know what? That's how easily you burn a bridge in this game, and that's the whole point I'm trying to make, man.
Yeah.
I got no problem cutting your water off, bro. You know what I mean? No hard feelings. But I'm gonna do my job at the end of the day, man.
Yeah.
Even if I'm not working with you, we working with another artist. Shouts out Big 40. You know what I mean? Shouts out Rudabang. Like, so. Again,
What's the tip that you would give a artist coming up for longevity?
Longevity, I would say have an original sound for one, and for two, the honest answer, man, have some pay, man. You cannot be broke doing this shit. The whole day, the days of the struggling artist is over with. You know what I mean? Y'all, I'm telling you, man, and I ain't gonna lie, I see a lot of these artists come on y'all platform too, man. These be the same niggas that be fucking doing the same free showcase after open mic.
I tell them to stop it. I tell them to stop that all the time, bro.
And be more specific with what you're doing.
So listen, man. That's why I got my showcases going on, man. It's not a fucking open mic. You gotta have actual people that'll make a difference. You gotta have motherfuckers there that you can rub elbows with that can actually, you know what I mean, that's worth networking with.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
At the end of the day. So that's the whole point of I'm doing like a monthly event called M Stacks Mania.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So my next one is on August 25th at the Daiquiri Factory.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Got a lot of dope talent from the city performing.
All right.
Probably got like 12 artists.
You said on the 25th?
Like plug into that StreamSpace when that show up.
And it's hosted by my boy King Teeth, man. You know what I mean?
With the they got you got a network, right?
Yeah, King Teeth Network.
That's right.
Yep.
Yeah. Cleveland got some stuff on the rise, man.
Yeah, man. People be sleeping on this city, man.
Okay.
And I think that people don't be sleeping on the city too much. Be like, so just people just be hating on each other. But hey, that's another conversation.
I feel like that's every city.
The hate, I was just about to say that the hate gonna happen regardless, bro. Because it is what it is. But what do you think about Cleveland sound?
We don't have a sound.
Right. I guess that's what I'm getting to.
You mean everybody? What do I feel like everybody else's sound?
I mean, is there a direction that we're going in, or is that? Do you think that's not even on the horizon for Cleveland in terms of getting a sound?
Nobody really has a sound right now other than Detroit, and it's not even a sound now because Flint niggas done jacked it, and Atlanta niggas done jacked
Cleveland
it.
niggas jacked it.
Exactly. So it ain't they sound no more.
That sound, man.
The fast upbeat tempo joints.
To me, all right, look, this is just my opinion of it. Some of this stuff be cool. It be cool and everything like that. But that sound, it almost sounds like they always trying to catch up to the beat. Like the beat is going faster than them and everything.
They purposely rap off beat.
Right. And to me, it's annoying at most of the time and everything. But there are some things that it's catchy and everything like that. But it's annoying to be like rapping off beat on purpose.
This is what I want to say about that Detroit shit as far as Cleveland go, man. I'm the first producer that was on that wave, man. I'm not from Detroit, but I'm the only DJ from Cleveland that was on Detroit radio. You know what I mean? Shouts out DJ BJ. Shouts out Skybox. Like, I had my own show. You know what I'm saying? I was in that bitch producing for Bodie James. You know what I'm saying? Like, niggas didn't know who the fuck Bodie James was in Cleveland.
What year was this? You was with Bodie in the beginning?
2011 when we first linked up.
Sheesh,
2012, some shit.
I mean,
like
I only know about Bodie James. Like, it's been like 2 years now, maybe 3.
You know, it's funny. He's like a new artist every time he come out. Every time he drop, he a new artist. Man. That's one thing, man. I always admired about him. Like, I don't know how the fuck he do it,
Keep
man.
it fresh.
Yeah. He really seemed like he just dive into his lane. He ain't trying to be more than what's going on. You know, like I'm who I am. I'm in my lane. I'm on my sound. I'm working with who I'm working with, and it is what it is.
Yeah,
you know.
Sure,
I saw him at the Grog Shop one time. It was a good show too.
You was there.
Last time he was at the Grog Shop.
Yeah. So you see me.
I'm sure I did.
Yeah, I was DJing for him.
Yeah, I saw you then.
This had to be the last show.
Yeah, he had his sons up in there.
Nah, hell no, he ain't have his.
It might not be his last son.
Nah.
He had some little kids on stage with him the last time I seen him here at the Grog Shop. This was probably like a year and a half ago.
Little kids.
Yeah, it was like a little son, same son, little dreads.
Oh yeah. No, I wasn't part of that one, man.
That was probably like a year and a half ago.
Yeah. Shouts out Bodie.
No, shouts out Bodie, bro. I mess with Bodie for sure. I gotta go listen to the tape that you did with him for
Live
sure.
at the Roxy, man. The beautiful thing about that is Bodie was signed to Mass Appeal. He was signed to Nas when we dropped that shit. But Mass Appeal wasn't even in my pocket about it, man. They went ahead and let me drop it on my own label, Connected Everywhere, man. You know, so that's really like all the EPs and shit that I drop. It comes out under my imprint, Connected Everywhere.
Nice,
you know what I mean?
Nice.
So yeah,
hey, that's what it is, man.
I started this shit. I feel like, man.
So now, so you started out, you in Cleveland, and then you moved down. You were in Atlanta.
I was in Atlanta.
Yeah, you was in Atlanta. So tell us about your journey down there in Atlanta. You know, what made you go down there? How did everything go down there before you came back home?
Oh well, shit. I was raised in Atlanta for like 7 years of my life.
Okay.
Shit like that. Like, up until I was like 12 or 13 is when I moved back to Cleveland and shit. So it was always like my second home. And then once I started producing for niggas from Atlanta and shit, like I would always come back for like festivals like A3C. So I always knew like, yeah, I'm probably gonna tap back in. You know what I mean? So 2018 or late 2017 is when I made the move, went down there. And I fuck with it, man. Like I said, it's my second home. I did a lot of dope shit while I was down there. Did an interview on Off the Porch, you know what I mean? Dirty Glove Bastards are my guys. Did a lot of cool events, man. I actually discovered a new artist while I was down there, man. That was probably the dopest experience. It was a couple dope experiences. Well, first of all, my first day in Atlanta, I got sent home. I was at Akon Studio. They fucking called me. It's like a private studio. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know if y'all know Akon got a brother named Boo. The nigga fucking hit me up. He like, yeah, you know, I heard you you know how to engineer. We need an engineer for the night. And I do know how to engineer. But like, if you gonna put me in Akon Studio, I know he got the fucking best of the best shit. I don't fucking know what I'm looking at because I didn't go to school for this. If I went to
they got all the outboard gear and all type of shit.
Right. You know what I mean? Like, now, if you got Pro Tools already pulled up, I'm going to be able to work this session. Is the mic on? All right, good. Let's go. I know all the shortcuts. Let's run it. But I'm talking about, we walked into the studio. Nigga, it's big as fuck. This shit look like the Star Trek Enterprise. Bro, he like, and it's off. Everything's off. He like, yeah, bro.
It's not even powered up.
He like, yeah, bro, cut everything on. I'll be back. I'm like, bro.
Like, bro, where the light switch
This nigga start going on Google. How do you turn on Akon Studio?
Like, what the fuck?
Like, what model is this?
He come back in the room. He like, you can't figure it out.
I'm weak.
I'm like, nah. He like, what, it's just too advanced in here? I'm like, yeah, a little bit. He was like,
What, you talking about Boo was saying this?
Boo was saying that. He like, it's cool. Let's go in Studio B. So we go in Studio B, nigga. That shit still look like some crazy ass shit. I'm like, damn, but everything's turned on though. He's like, yeah, all this is on, so you should be good, man. And then like, I don't know, he had like a girl group there, and there's one rapper nigga named Sayari the Kid, and he like, play old girl song, like hook her phone up, and it's the aux chorus in right there. I plug it up, and there's no sound. Couldn't figure it out. Sat there for like 5 minutes. I'm like, fuck. He was like, yeah, bro, you can't figure it out. All right, no problem. He walked out the room. I guess he called the other engineer. Came back. He was like, yeah, bro, you good. You can go home. And it was just like that. Damn. And that shit was like, it woke me up. I'm like, damn, niggas really down here. You got to really be coming with it.
Yeah, you got to be ready like now.
You know what I'm saying? But after that, I ended up discovering an artist while I was down there. This artist named Daryl, man. Daryl the GOAT. So he just got out of jail, and then he got signed to when he came across my desk, he was just getting signed to Say Cheese, Sean Cotton and them. He did that deal. We dropped the project, and then the deal went sour. You know what I mean? Like you know, him and Sean Cotton fell out, and it kind of left me in an awkward position. So I'm in Atlanta scrambling, like fuck. Like I produced like a whole album for this dude, and the label's paying for everything, i.e. Sean Cotton. So I remember finishing the project with dude, like, damn, figuring out, like, damn, what the fuck I'm gonna do? So I remember I called Sean Cotton. I'm like, Sean, man, I did this whole project with your artist, and this is how much I'm charging. What email do I send the invoice to? This nigga Sean Cotton from Say Cheese told me, tell Daryl I'm not paying for shit.
He knew exactly what you was talking about.
Man, he said, tell Daryl I'm not paying for shit. I'm like, damn, Sean, it's like that. He like, no, it's not like that, man, but no, I'm not paying. But he like, look, go ahead and send me the invoice, man, and we're gonna have to figure something out though. And that was it, man.
Just because you say he had already fell out with the artist, he just
he fell out with the artist, so he like was trying to take that shit out on me, man. But yeah, man, fuck you, Sean Cotton. But no, it's love. It is what it is, man.
I mean, but that's there's ups and downs in the music business.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
for
some
sure.
things go great, some things go some things, like you said, it's total south. You know, and it just is what it is. But you gotta learn. You know, like either I gotta learn this gear, or I gotta learn how to do better. You know, business, or I guess like in your case, you know, putting yourself in position where you got more of a leverage. Like you said, you doing projects and it's going through
Yeah.
your company.
And you got more control over it.
Exactly.
Exactly.
That's
Exactly.
why I do that. That's honestly,
Yep.
I wouldn't do the project with the artist if I couldn't put it out under my own label, connected everywhere. You know
Now, how would that look if you was like working with Jay-Z or something? You still trying to push?
That'll be different. Like that's because that's like exactly. It's Jay-Z. It's just like the level that he's on. If it's like Kanye or some shit like that, obviously you're not calling those shots. But like
you just happy.
these
to
a
be
lot
here.
of these artists I work with don't be on that level. No disrespect. Like
No,
they're
for
not
sure.
legendary level. They trying to get to that level.
Right.
So in order to get to that level, you gotta fucking listen. All right? You know what I mean?
That's what's up.
You know, Jay-Z don't got to put out records under Damon Dash no more. He can do what he wants.
He can do
Exactly.
whatever he want to
Exactly.
do. Yeah.
You can create a label that day and throw it into that label.
You
if felt like it.
reasonable. You're reasonable doubt Jay-Z. That's what I tell him.
Right, right.
So we putting it out on the Rockefeller.
Right.
Throwing up the rock.
Yeah, man.
So now you back in Cleveland, experienced, been down in Atlanta, came back home and
man.
everything. So now you talked about your showcase that you're gonna be doing your monthly showcase and everything, and then
I'm on the radio too, man.
yeah.
I'm on 95.9.
95.9.
Man.
Okay.
With my boy DJ Chris Styles.
Yeah, Chris Styles. Shout out.
how often? Is it like a weekly
Yeah,
thing?
it's every week, man.
Every week, okay.
It's
what
every
day?
week, man. It switches, man.
Okay, okay.
it's
So we just
weekends.
gotta watch out.
Just gotta watch out, man.
Follow him
You
on
never
social
know.
media so you know when you're gonna be on
Hey
there.
man, follow me, man, at M Stacks. Follow me at your mom's house. You know what I'm saying? Everywhere.
So now we on the radio. You do the Shade 45. You got the and I know we talked before when we had just ran into each other. We ran into each other. That's how we linked up and
Yeah,
everything.
man.
And so you were working on opening up your studio and everything. So how's that going?
It's going good, man. I'm getting a booth built. You know what I mean? That's why it's down right now.
Yeah.
Having some renovations made, some equipment upgrades. You know what I mean?
Okay.
You know?
Yeah, my man about to get the Neumann up in there.
Yeah, man. It's already in there.
He said they already got
It's
the
already in
Neumann.
there.
Okay, well, you got the Avalon
Nigga
joint
said
up
it
in there.
weird too. Nigga said it like a German.
The
Nigga.
Neumann. Neumann.
That's really how you supposed to say it though.
Neumann.
You know, niggas say Newman. You
Oh,
got the
no,
Newman
no,
mic.
no.
What's up with that? No, all the trap niggas I know be like, you got that Newman.
Yeah, I don't know.
So
what
you
you're
gotta,
talking about.
you gotta just
like
kick
I
him
was
out.
talking
You just
about,
gotta
yeah.
go, man.
Right, you gotta go home, bro.
Newman.
It's crazy.
That's funny. So let's jump into top three.
Okay.
Let's do a little bit of top three.
Top
We're just
three,
gonna
right.
we're just gonna give you top three, anything.
Any topics and
Yeah.
everything like that. And you just gotta give us what your top three are in that arena.
Yeah.
Top three. No, we gotta give it to you. Top three food spots.
Oh, top three food spots. Oh, number one, I'm gonna say, goddamn, shit, man. This place called Monty's in L.A. They got like good ass burgers and shit. Man.
Okay.
But I'm vegan though, man. Y'all niggas don't know I'm vegan. I've been vegan for like 3 years now.
Okay.
But Monty's is a vegan. They got vegan burgers and vegan shakes.
Okay.
But they real good though.
Okay.
So number two, I would say, damn, what's number two, man? Fuck, man. I would say this place, it's in Cleveland actually, man. It's called the Green Tavern. The Green Kitchen, sorry. It's called the Green Kitchen.
Okay.
Little Rose Tavern / Green Kitchen.
Okay.
I got
Rose
it mixed up.
Wait,
It's-
I feel like I was just. Is that on the west side?
It's definitely on the west side.
Yeah,
It's probably
yeah,
here, man. Like a little hipster white people bar.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? But all
Mhm.
their food in there is vegan though. They got
Oh.
like cornbread and shit. They got fucking mac and cheese. They got they got all kind of shit, man. But it's all vegan, man.
Okay.
That Brussels sprouts was fire too though.
Shout out Brussels
So
sprouts.
number three, I say, man, nah, shouts out to Vegan Club, man. You know what I mean? My boy GQTV.
Vegan
You know what I'm
Club.
saying? Vegan Club every time, man.
That's what's up.
If you in Cleveland, check it out, man.
What a little detour. What got you into the vegan route?
Just my natural like food allergies that I already had. It was like it's just what made sense. Like so I'm lactose intolerant, so I was like no milk for me for the longest, no cheese and nothing like that. But I was still eating meat. But 9 times out of 10, like dairy be in meat. Like if you going out to eat somewhere, all that cross contamination shit. If your shit is processed in a factory or something like that, it's gonna be milk in there. So it'd be like, it just made sense to like just kick the meat overall. Plus, like I don't know, I started smoking weed later on in my life too, probably like in my mid-20s. So just overall, my taste buds changed. A lot of shit became nasty to me.
Yeah.
So I'm like, fuck, I'm gonna be vegan, man.
And how long has it been now?
It's been 3 years.
Okay.
Man. And I ain't looked back since, man. I don't crave none of that shit because it's like I don't look at it as real food no more.
It wasn't difficult in the or was it difficult?
Hell no, because I knew I didn't want it anymore.
Right.
I ain't want it no more.
Yeah.
So I don't like how this shit tastes. I don't like how it look, man. Y'all niggas nasty as hell. This nigga be eating fucking chicken and shit.
Yeah.
Who, him?
Yeah.
Shit, me too.
It's crazy,
Chicken,
bro.
steaks.
You like you eat a medium rare steak and shit.
Yeah, I do.
I do.
Shit is insane, bro. That
Delicious,
shit is
man.
a dead animal, man.
Yeah, man.
What
They'd eat
nutrition?
me if they had the opportunity.
But I'm saying, what nutrition is you about to get from a dead animal, a dead carcass, bro?
Protein up in there. That's all
Man.
niggas can say about it. It's a lot of
Man,
protein in
man.
that steak.
Hey man, we live for millions and thousands of years, man. Off them
niggas-
dead animals.
Y'all
That's
niggas,
right.
Y'all niggas is grown men eating meat. Fuck is wrong with y'all niggas, bro?
Delicious,
Hey,
man.
that's what I'm trying. Hey, that's why I'm trying to get some gems. You know, I'm trying to. Maybe you might say something. I might be vegan
All right,
in a
man.
couple
It's-
months.
It's other stuff that's delicious too, but man, a good old steak. Sorry, man.
Burger, bacon,
Yep.
chick. No, we done.
Sorry to that.
No.
Thank you, animal, for the food that you provided me.
Shit is insane.
He said this is insane. Or you got a top
Yeah,
three?
so-
What you got?
So, top 3 clothing brands.
Okay.
Top 3 clothing brands. I'm gonna say academics,
Okay.
cause like I ain't really get that shit too much growing up. You know what I'm saying? So you know, I just remember that shit being a big deal to me as a kid. Academics. It's number 2. I say just cause I'm really fucking with it right now, and I grew up watching all the dope boy niggas wear it, but Sergio Tacchini.
Okay.
We said
Fancy.
brands, or we just said, what did you say? Clothing brands?
Yeah, clothing
Okay.
brands. Yep.
And then the third one, I say, I don't know, probably Nautica or some shit like that.
Okay.
Man.
Classic.
Nautica. Yeah, Nautica. It was always Nautica over Polo, man.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Nautica always had more flavors and shit, man. You could literally find it was a point in time where you could find a Nautica Polo for any occasion.
Yeah.
Like any country you in. Like
Yeah. Anything you was going to.
anything, red, white, and
Yep.
blue,
And you can
whatever.
get and you can find some good stuff affordably too.
Oh yeah, for
No,
sure.
yeah, I mean,
Come on,
especially
man.
compared to
What
like
I
some
we
polo
used to
stuff.
do
Yeah.
You got to
Man,
Value
with
City, bro.
Man,
Shout out
what?
to Value City,
man. What? $50 to do you good,
Right,
man? You'll have the
man.
motherfucking the fucking Nautica polo, the fucking Nautica swim trunks.
The
Fuck
swim
is you
trunks,
talking about, man? Might
Be
come
up at
Nautica-
Value City
the-
for 2 hours with your mom with all this
Man.
stuff. We on layaway.
Bro, the Nautica bucket was so crazy back then.
It was though.
Okay. All right. Top 3 shoes. It's kind of still in the fashion, but yeah, top 3 shoes.
You like your kicks?
Top 3 shoes.
Yeah.
Oh, man, I'd probably say number 1 is Jordan 3. Probably my favorite shoe of all time. I just like the silhouette of it, so I don't really care too much about the colorway other than the original color that it came in. But all of them fire to me.
Okay.
Number 2, I say any type of van for the most part.
Let's go Vans. I love my Vans.
Yeah, Vans for
I
sure.
got Air Max today. Yeah.
You forgot what type of shoes he put on.
Yeah, I did. All right, because I usually be having the Vans on for a long time. I got my
Any type
Vans.
of shoes kitchen workers be wearing.
These?
And
But
These shoes,
kitchen worker
these
Air
shoes are
Maxes,
so
bro.
comfortable though. Like,
I love
every
I
Air
love
Maxes I've
Maxes.
ever
That's my favorite
had
type of
is
shoes, though.
next
I
to
got
the
slides on
Yeezys.
today, but
next to the Yeezys. Like they very comfortable. The Yeezys is different too. When I remember I put my foot in that Yeezy for the first time, I said, "Oh yeah, Kanye crazy."
Yeah, I say Yeezy. Probably number 3. Probably like the Wave Runners,
Okay,
okay.
something like that.
okay,
You know what I mean?
I'm down with that. That's a good list.
yeah,
That's a good list. That's a solid list.
Uh-huh.
All your choices of all your choices of shoes and clothes just covers all the bases for any occasion. You
Yeah,
know?
for sure. I'm a classic nigga, man. Like you can't go wrong with like the shoes I just named.
Yeah.
And then the brands I just named. Come on, man. You could wear a fucking Nautica anywhere. You could wear it to a business meeting.
Yeah, you can
Nah,
though,
I mean,
man.
you
No, for
It's
sure.
just
To a
super
hip-hop
versatile,
show.
man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Wear
Yeah.
that shit to your job at Geico. Or,
Geico, little hot date. You might have a hot date. Throw the
you know what
Nautica
I
on.
mean?
Yeah. What you got, Jay?
All right, so and we gonna focus this one on production value. So
Here we go.
top 3 albums, top 3 produced albums.
From me?
Yeah, for
that
you.
I produced?
No. Just overall, like your top 3. What you would rank them? So you got it's not M Stack, so you can't put yourself in this.
So what you mean? Your top favorite produced album?
Yeah. So
every
like,
album is produced by somebody.
Yeah.
What you talking about?
So like okay. So like for example, like,
like
I
producer albums.
I think like
DJ
I think like
Khaled.
My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy is probably like the best produced album ever.
So he's probably talking the best
like,
3 albums with like high level production.
Oh, nigga, Thriller.
Okay.
Like,
there we go.
Better than Thriller production wise.
Yeah.
So you got Thriller. I say, maybe like College Dropout.
Okay.
That shit was fire.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And number 3, best produced. Fuck, man. I don't know, man. I don't know. That third one could be.
Third one's always hard.
Maybe like Reasonable Doubt or some shit like that. Like every beat on there was classic.
Yeah, it was.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. People still be rapping over those beats, bro.
Yeah, they don't get old, man.
Top 3 VSTs.
I don't have no top 3 VSTs, bro. Fuck them VSTs, bro.
I'm weak. He said I don't need none of that.
No, I don't have no top 3 VSTs, man. Like I don't. I really don't.
Okay.
I'm from the old school,
Yeah,
bro.
I'm gonna switch it a little bit. Top 3 plugins.
Shit. Serato sample, and Serato
I'm
sample.
weak with this.
What you talking about, man? That's all that matter, man.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie to you though. The moment that Serato sample came on the scene, I remember I was down here, I was using it, and I was like, "Yo, this is crazy."
Yeah, I remember you was like, "Bro,
this is crazy."
A lot of producers don't realize, man. I was the first nigga in Cleveland with that shit, man.
I might have been a close second because I'll be on it.
Listen, bro, I went to New York. They gave it to me for a drop, gang.
Really?
I remember I was shopping the artist music in New York. I took a trip up there for 3 days, man. I took a trip to Mass Appeal Records. I went to Atlantic Records, and then I went to Mixcloud office, and I went to motherfucking. Matter of fact, Mixcloud didn't even have an office, man. He had to meet me in a.
You talking about like that DJ service Mixcloud?
Yeah. It's my boy, man. Then I lost my train of thought. Where I say I went to?
Mass Appeal. I think you said. Wait, no.
You was Mixcloud was the last one.
Mixcloud was the last one. Atlantic, you said.
Yeah. Man, I lost my train of thought, man. Y'all niggas is hell.
You said they gave it to you though. You went to New.
No, before I said.
Yeah,
Serato. Yeah, so I went to Serato office. Yeah,
Serato's office. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, in New York and shit. Shouts out to my boy OP, man, and the other Chinese nigga, man. I forget his name.
OP, he got the dreads, right?
Yeah.
I know OP. Yeah.
Yeah, OP. He went to school out here, man. He went to Oberlin and shit.
What?
Bro. Hell yeah, man.
That's random.
So he know a lot of the same people.
Yeah.
So. But yeah, he gave it to me while I was out there before that shit even dropped. I ain't have to pay nothing, and they showed me how to use this shit. I'm like, yeah, I'm finna take over the game. A week later, that shit dropped. Everybody had that shit, and I stuck with it ever since then, man. I fuck with that shit, man. You know
I feel like the people that really use it the most are people that are real true samplers. Like, I feel like it was a novelty for certain people. Like, oh, it's a new plugin that's hot. Let me try it. But if you aren't consistently sampling, you know, you don't go back and use that. Like, it was hot. Like, oh, let me try and chop a couple records with this VST, right? This plugin, you know, but
it's the best sampler I done seen, bro.
For sure.
It's so simple. You could do so much in it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, just that fine sample feature is just like, come on now, man.
It just gives you chops that you can get creative
I remember
with.
when I first got Logic, I had to use their built-in fucking sampler
Trash.
they had. Man, that shit was ass.
I told you,
like,
that's why I stopped using Logic, because it was a lot of things early on that was just ass with Logic.
I don't even think like the samples is weird. Like, them bitches would cut off sharp as fuck. Like, it would be like no blend to it.
Nah,
like,
no attack. The
No
attack
right.
release decay is all off.
No.
Yeah. But Serato samples, shout out Serato for that. That is a
and
fire.
they snap, bro.
Yeah.
My nigga OP, man.
I love how simple it is, but
it's powerful.
It is. That's what it's very simple, but very powerful. It doesn't like you don't lose power from it being so simple, right?
Yeah.
Like, it's very minimal, low key. It's pretty self-explanatory, honestly. You know, but it's a very very powerful plugin. That's what's up. That's what's up.
Hell yeah, man.
Hit that motherfucker a little too hard.
It's always like that, man. It's always like that.
It's always like
Trying to get high,
He
man.
thought it was a blunt.
His eyeballs
He
on
hit it
pop
like, look, he thought it was a blunt. He was like, oh, this ain't a blunt.
Hey, man. Y'all niggas know what the fuck going on, man. Just the kid them stacks, man.
Kid them stats. You listen to that new Travis album?
No, I didn't. I heard like certain tracks and shit. They been playing it like crazy on Shade 45.
You got any feelings about it?
I'm not really a Travis fan, man.
Okay.
I don't like that type of rap music, man.
What's that type of rap music?
Like, I don't know, like poppy type of rap music. Like, that shit cool for the club. I don't even play it in the club, to be honest with you. I don't know. Like,
Yeah.
I don't really see I can't see myself being in any type of mood to listen to that. Type of
To just
music.
throw it on. Yeah.
It's
I
like
feel it.
vibey, I guess. I don't know. Maybe
I mean, it's definitely vibey. It's like, what if we raging at like a festival? Maybe this plays, you know. But like, I don't know. It's a cool album. It's not Astro World though. Like Astro World got stuff that's like living on for a long time. Like, not saying nothing will on this album, but I don't know. It's just very like.
My thing is like this, man. If Young Dolph wouldn't do a song with you, I really don't want to listen to you, man.
He wasn't trying to do no Travis song.
He would have did it. What was it? He ain't have enough money.
No, he got the bread.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
Right. So it was a personal thing.
It's like how I felt when I was a kid. Like if Pac didn't do a song with you, it didn't approve of what you had going on, I wasn't a fan of you.
He was the litmus test.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying, man.
Okay. Hey, that's fair. That's the beautiful thing about music, man. Everybody can like what they like, and that's just what it is.
We're being robbed.
No.
That was open with a key.
Oh no, we got safety tools.
I thought this
We
about
got
to be,
safety
I thought
tools
this
real
about to be an
close.
Adam 22 moment.
So they could try.
No, Adam 22.
Oh, okay.
No, Adam 22
no,
down here.
definitely.
That man.
That
That's a whole other conversation right there. That man went down.
We ain't gonna go down that road.
Yeah, he went down bad, man.
He went down bad. What's your top 3 movies? Says a lot about a person.
Number 1 is this movie called Deep Cover with Lawrence Fishburne. Shout out Larry Fishburne, man.
Larry Fishburne.
He hates when people call him
Is that his real name, Larry?
Yeah, if you watch Cornbread Earl and Me, watch the credits, nigga, it say Larry Fishburne. But you can't call him that shit because he gonna want to fight you in the airport. That's what Cam said.
Hey, he probably got hands too.
Man, I'll fuck Larry Fishburne up.
He probably tall as shit. He probably like 6'2".
I'll get my dad to whoop Larry Fishburne.
Look at that, man. He's like, I got you, sir.
He kind of look
can't
like
beat my
Larry.
ass.
He kind of look like Larry Fishburne.
I'm weak, man. Okay, you said Deep Cover.
Deep Cover.
Okay,
Man,
I've never seen that movie. I gotta watch it.
you tripping?
I ain't seen it. What is it?
What type of movie you like? You look like you watch Homeward Bound.
Oh, absolutely not.
That was a good movie, man.
No,
See what I'm saying? I knew one of y'all niggas said that.
nah. Well, I mean, what genre is it? Was it like action? What is it?
Deep Cover. It's an action thriller.
Oh, I'm with that.
Jeff Goldblum is in it too.
Okay, I'm with
It's
that.
an ill ass plot, man. They gotta do these niggas is selling dope, but it's like not even dope because it's like a different type of. They didn't fuck with the chemistry or some shit. It's like some other shit,
Blue
new
magic
type of dope.
in this
It's not even illegal yet.
Mm-hmm.
They like some
Kind of
shit with
is.
fentanyl.
They selling this shit. They trying to take down a drug dealer. This nigga is a cop, but he end up not being a cop. You know, so it ain't like Jay Reed from Akron. It's some other shit though. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Deep Cover. What else you got?
I say maybe Belly.
Okay.
You know, it's typical, right?
I mean, it's a
Third
good. I mean,
one,
it is a good
though.
movie though. I mean, it's not like it's not a good
It's a
movie.
classic.
Yeah, third one maybe I'll say it's this movie called White Boys. Nobody ever heard of that.
Wait.
You look like you seen
I think
it
I
before.
seen it. Like, I think I seen that movie
Yeah,
before.
you had to see it before,
Yeah.
man.
Nice, you know.
Yeah, man, it's weird. It's just like,
Like-
these
like-
white dudes
like-
that's trying to rap. They in
Yeah.
Iowa, and they just
They're from Iowa.
they
Oh,
from
God.
Iowa, and they trying to be thugs.
I remember that movie.
Is this like an independent movie?
Yeah, it kind of
Okay,
is. Though.
okay.
It's
It
like
got the one girl from 8 Mile in it.
It's like the gritty version of Malibu's Most Wanted.
Yeah, but it's not really. It's like it's comedic
Yeah.
in parts, but it's not
Okay.
really a comedy.
Yeah,
though.
It's just funny though.
It is funny.
right. It wasn't supposed
It
to be
is
funny,
funny.
bro, but it's funny, man.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
that is funny.
So that's my 3 right
I ain't seen
there.
that in a minute. You might make me go watch that one again.
Right,
Yeah,
boys.
man, it's
I'm
hard
about to
to
go watch
find.
Deep Cover. I'm gonna watch that. That's
Gotta
cool.
see. I'd recommend that one, man. You could live without that white boy shit. But
We-
Deep Cover though. for
What
sure.
what year is Deep Cover?
Shit, 1992,
Perfect.
93.
I've been in that vibe lately, going
Whenever
back and
that
watching.
song came out, whenever Dr. Dre and Snoop dropped that song, is when that movie came out. It was a soundtrack.
Yeah,
That's a
early,
crazy
early
duo.
90s.
Oh, I got one for you. Top 3 duos.
Top 3 duos,
you know,
rap duos.
Yeah, no,
A
producer,
producer,
rapper like
rapper.
Snoop Dre.
Oh, oh shit. Maybe Swiss and DMX.
Ooh,
I say.
Nice.
that's hard.
I say. Me and Bodie James.
But I was swear to God, I was about to say you about to say it.
Right before it came, right before he said it's about to come out my mouth, I was like, you can't say you, but he already got it out.
Hey,
now,
it's out
so.
there now. Is it? Yeah, that's
Me
number
and
2.
Bodie James for sure.
Mhm.
And then I say Quincy and Mike.
Okay.
You almost just like not allowed to say Quincy and Mike. They just like so above everybody.
But I could say I would have been able to say Dre and Snoop though. They kind of one in the same.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That Mike and Quincy was just crazy though. That was just like that was a lot of magic right there.
It's meant to be, man.
What else you getting into other than hip hop? If you had to, like if you're not listening to hip hop, like what's your genre? Where you living?
A lot of old shit. That's why I sample a lot. So a lot of 70s funk shit.
There we go.
A lot of 80s music. You know what I mean?
That's what all this is.
The more, for sure, man. You like I said, you got a record collection like mine, man. You know what I mean? I want to get like a custom built shelf. You know it's hard to find, man.
Yeah,
you can't just find no shit like that online, man.
No, yeah.
And the little shit they do have online, that shit be so fucking high. Like
you know what they used to do?
It is overpriced.
Until everybody had got hip to it. They used to just have shelves and they just turn them bitches sideways.
Yeah,
yeah. They were shelves, but they were like squares.
Oh, okay.
Square shelves, and then they would just turn them sideways to turn them into.
Bro, cubbies. I was at one point I was looking on Amazon for like wooden crates for these, and on Amazon it was like $25-$30 for one crate. I was like, I'm gonna need like 20 of them. Like, what are we doing here? Not for wooden crates. Like,
you got these alphabetized and shit.
No. A lot of these, dude, I was telling you about that. I do music with Brittany Coop. His day job, he does like electric, like work for an electric company or whatever.
Yeah.
But he was at a lady's house and she was like, I guess he ended the house and she got these records and they get to talking and he called me. He was like, yeah, I got these. I got some vinyl. You want them? I'm like, bet. I'm thinking he talk about a few crates. This dude show up. It's like 15, 20 crates. There's still some over there. There's some in the back. I ain't got room to put them out here.
All over the place.
The lady just gave them and that was only half of her collection. Her old nephew used to be like an old DJ.
I don't even see the record player, G.
Oh, it's back there. It's like 3 of them.
It's like 3 of them around here.
Oh yeah. No, we got pretty much everything we need up in there, right? But yeah, man, we love vinyl. I got some cassettes. You know what I'm saying? We got a cassette player. I like all the old nostalgic stuff.
Is that Cameron? I feel like that's Cameron right there in gray.
Right here?
What is that? That's Cameron. Yeah. That Purple Haze. What is that?
Rockefeller actually.
The
Rock Files, Volume 1.
Yeah.
All them promotional joints.
Oh yeah, man, that's CD Game Exchange right here.
That probably was one of mine right there.
This one could have been.
Yeah, because I went to CD Game Exchange and I had just got a whole bunch of them. Like they was like 25 cents or something like that.
All these bitches.
Yeah, I just took them.
I
didn't even care. I just started grabbing
anything
them.
that was hip hop.
I just
grabbing that shit.
Yeah, I started getting mystery boxes out the record store, just like a $5-$10 box,
and it's like wrapped up. You can't see it.
Yep, just mystery box. It'd be a lot of duds, actually.
Yeah, I would never do that shit.
I did it a few times.
But I mean, they be so cheap though too. So it's like
it was like $5 for like 20 records. I'm like, fuck it, a lot of trash in those stuff.
That's what I'm saying.
But you sometimes you might find like a good sample in that trash. You ain't gonna listen to the rest of it, but you might find a sample.
I wish I could find
and since
it's
trash,
record.
nobody else listening to it.
I low key hated these days though, where like you was limited to like what you could find on vinyl. Like niggas wasn't on YouTube with it. I used to get so tired of the fucking. It don't matter. I had like 1,000 albums, but it's like I still didn't heard them all.
Yeah.
And I know you could flip a sample a bunch of different ways, but like I'm trying to vibe out. I ain't trying to be that creative. I'm trying to be creative, but like give me a fucking break. I gotta challenge myself every time. Like
I want to think that hard, man.
I want to hear some shit and just know it. Like oh yeah, but you know
you really gotta search. It's like. You gotta search through these.
Shouts out to the nigga who invented YouTube, man, because that shit changed the game. Like, I remember watching for the first time. My first YouTube video I ever watched was a nigga making beats. I think it was Heat Makers. First time I ever seen that shit on Smack DVD on YouTube. And now you could just get on YouTube and just find your samples there, man.
I remember watching Ryan Leslie early on YouTube.
Yeah,
and that going crazy.
When he be doing them cook-ups, bro.
I'm like, this dude is wild.
Just running around the whole entire studio, man, and just made a fire song by himself.
This dude got on the phone, called Guitar Center, ordered a trumpet, they delivered it. He pulled it out and played it and recorded it.
I was so naive back then. I literally thought like that's how you make a beat. I'm thinking, I'm not thinking like, yeah, he's just doing this for the video.
Yeah, right.
Editing it. Like I'm thinking like, yeah, this is how I gotta vibe out and I gotta go around.
Like I know he's over exaggerating the whole entire thing.
Yeah.
Like, bro, you don't even need a real trumpet for that shit. You could have played that shit. You realize
he got all the keyboards.
Bro, he purchased that shit, bro.
He did.
Had it delivered.
It was a cornet.
A cornet.
I remember that vividly. That was early YouTube though. Shout out to early YouTube, man.
That fucking beat could have did without that shit. He could have played that shit. That shit was for the video.
Hey,
Man.
No, it was.
offended now.
Yeah.
Like,
You ever people like he was always overly dressed and shit?
Oh,
Like,
always.
Nigga, like, damn, why you so uncomfortably dressed in the studio, nigga? You got in a 3-piece suit, nigga.
A tie, everything, vest.
Man.
Hey, shout out to him though, man, because he definitely, in terms of like being I mean, I wouldn't say he's independent, but he definitely goes that independent route and really found a way to like build his own brand.
Yeah,
Like,
definitely, man. And he need to pay that boy his money too, man.
Uh-oh.
While we at it, man.
Uh-oh.
You know what I mean? I'm just saying.
I mean,
he
pay
said $1 million for the laptop.
the laptop.
Nigga get the laptop and the drives back and they wipe clean. Well, nigga, look how much the laptop and the bag and shit had to go through to get back to your ass. It probably had to be put on a plane. Nigga, it's getting bumped around and shit.
It was probably out the country.
Nigga, that's what I'm saying,
Like
bro.
Germany
He gave you
somewhere.
what you asked for. He didn't give him nothing. Not even say, oh, bro, I'll give you half. He told that nigga to kick rocks since he was mad all his music was gone. Bruh, I'm just saying, man.
I bet you he probably got 5 hard drives of backed up files. No, you do that a few times, you get scarred for life.
He
Right.
sold his music catalog and now he just do tech now.
how you feel about like that wave of artists now, like just selling they masters? How you feel about that?
That's cool. That's what worked for them. That don't work for me though. I need all mine. Like, you know what I mean? That's just what it is. Now, you know what I'm saying? I'm glad you said that though, Just Will, because I always been proud of that shit the whole time I've been doing music, man. You know what I mean? I don't care how much I'm making. I need all of it.
You're right.
And that's that.
You said not 98%.
Nah, you
100.
know, like when it come like the licensing and shit, like I want to be the one in charge of that shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So,
as you should, man.
Right.
The more artists and creatives can do their research, do their homework, and give themselves leverage and be in control of what they have going on, and not just giving it. Like, people are so quick to just give things up to people, like rights, you know, just decisions, you know, just a lot of things at the cost of what? Just to be heard, convenience. You know, that's why even Spotify is low key just like fuckery, bro. Like, we're saying yes to a fraction of a penny. Artists are saying yes to a fraction of a penny.
I don't know anybody. All my guys that's in deals that got any type of record deal, any distribution deal, any pub deal, they don't fucking like it. They're upset that they signed that shit. I can't name you one happy signed artist. I don't know. Maybe it's just me and who I choose to surround myself with. A bunch of bitter ass artists or some shit like that. I don't think so, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So if you had to choose between like an independent journey or a signed journey, what would you suggest for artists? Would you double down and go down the independent route, or would you suggest trying to get signed, trying to get a contract?
I feel
in 2023.
I feel like those artists that always like try to get signed are normally the ones that don't get signed. Yeah, that's what I noticed, man.
Yeah,
but the ones that just do this shit regardless and don't give a fuck and just keep their head down and don't pay attention to that other shit, those are the ones that normally get signed because it makes sense. You know what I mean? The other niggas they doing too much, in my opinion.
Yeah. It's almost like you said, in terms of like an analogy, it's like Ryan Leslie, like you just like overly dressed. You just like really going too hard. Like you're trying to be this like rapper persona so bad.
Yeah.
Like you
know
know
what I'm saying? Then
and you're chasing the sound instead of like you said before, come up with your own unique sound.
Yeah.
Exactly, man. So
or make art. Stop trying to be a rapper and make art. You know?
That dude got signed because he did that. I'm about to do that too. Well, that's already a person who does that.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I don't know, man. These labels is confused to who to sign now, man. This shit is so fucking weird because everybody's famous. Everybody paid for a blue check now. Everybody paid for the followers and the likes. So, nigga, everybody famous. I never thought I would see this day where everybody's fucking famous.
Yeah. You just pay for a lot of it.
Or at least they think they famous.
Or you can pay for the perception.
What's the difference, though?
I mean,
like, if people perceive me to be an asshole, what the fuck am I then? I'm an asshole, right? It's the perception. General perception.
Yeah. I mean, people just be paying for the look, though, man. And then in reality, like you said, you get in the studio with them, they falling asleep, they can't write no verse. Like, I'm sitting here making a beat, and you taking 3 hours to write 16 bars. You're supposed to be the rapper, though.
Struggling.
You're supposed to be the rapper, though. I made the beat in 20 minutes. Well, you ain't got 8 bars yet, you know? And it's like,
on Google looking up metaphors.
That's what I'm saying. Like, people need to focus on the art and not like the Instagram, the checks, the chains. Like, that's all cool and fine until you get in the studio with somebody and and you can't perform, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But hey, it's the world we live in, I guess.
Right.
I don't know.
I don't know, big.
It just get to the point where you just like, I don't know, you know.
I don't know. What can I do, man? I can just do my.
Say,
I
what,
can just,
what do I have to do?
I could just do my job, man, and just say fuck it, man.
Yeah.
You know, these niggas gonna do what they want at the end of the day, man.
Hey, either you're gonna listen to M Stacks or you're not. You know, you're gonna listen to Just Will, listen to Savage, you know, people who might have been a few places here and there. I be telling people that. I be like, yo, when I'm telling you something, it's not like I just brought this out the sky. Like
Right.
I have done a few things. You know, I may not be famous and like a millionaire, but like
I know something, bro.
we're trying to help you out here.
Right. I'm trying to save your life, kid.
Trying to save your life, kid. So what's on the horizon for you, man? We ain't gonna hold you all night, but what's on the horizon? What's coming up next? I know you say you got your showcase coming up.
Got the showcase coming
August
up
25th.
August 25th.
That's right.
Stacks Mania. As far as like EPs and shit like that and the different artists I'm working with, I got an EP that's out right now with this artist from Cleveland named Blue Smoke. Mm-hmm. Name of the EP is called Gangsta Blue. I got an EP dropping with this dude named Marcus Storm. Produced the whole shit, you know, from beginning to end.
Yeah, he was. We had Marcus down here.
All right, shouts out Marcus.
Yeah,
Storm.
shouts out.
Who else, man? I got a project coming out with this guy named UFO Feeve. He signed to Fat Joe and shit like that. We actually releasing it as a limited release vinyl. Okay. And I've done that before with other artists. Like the last time I did it was with this artist named the Guy Fahim from Atlanta. Yeah. And we probably pressed up like 300 copies. We sold out in like 2-3 weeks. If you go look up the album now and try and get it, like the resellers is online selling that shit for like $200-$300. You know, just for
that's
one.
Crazy.
You said that's a vinyl?
It's a vinyl. Yeah. We did like 2 colorways, a yellow one and a black one. Sold out of both. So that's what I'm going to do with this project with my boy UFO Feeve.
The guy Fahim is in that Bodie James Westside Gun.
Yeah, you hip the guy Fahim?
Yeah.
For sure.
What's the one dude with the he always wear the bandana over his face.
Makami.
Makami, yeah.
Hell yeah, man. Makami, fuck with Makami and shit. And your old Droog and shit like that. The white dude from New York. I actually go back with your old Droog too, man. Like, one of my first tours I ever did was with him. But that's not how I know Guy Fahim, though. I met Guy Fahim on some random shit. I think I was just listening to his music randomly online. I'm like, damn, I fuck with this shit. I looked him up and saw he was in Atlanta. When I moved to Atlanta, I just DM'd him and shit. Told him, and he was like, yeah, bro, I already know who you are. Like, I know your pops and shit like that. Like, you know, because my pops was like managing Bodie James and shit at the time. So, you know, it was dope. He knew who I was, and we just made that shit happen. But we got a project coming out too, another one.
Okay.
Yeah, so the last one we put out was called Live and Let Dump. Which, by the way, man, I never talked about this in the interview before, but like the project that me and Guy Fahim put out, Live and Let Dump, I actually got sued over that shit. That was my first time ever getting sued.
Sample stuff?
No.
Okay.
That could come. I don't know. Knock on wood.
Yeah.
But you know, that just come with it though. It is what it is. Niggas got lawyers. What's up? You know,
you ain't doing shit if you don't get sued.
I mean, what you gonna do?
Hey.
I mean, obviously the record making some noise. So what you want? You gonna take the publishing?
Flip side of it.
Go ahead and take it.
It's still making noise.
Cause I ain't got it. Take it.
Take it.
Nah, I mean, it is what it is. But no, I got sued over the cover, dog.
The cover art?
Yeah, the cover art. What I did was we called it Live and Let Dump, and we flipped a Cool G Rap and DJ Polo album called Live and Let Die. And we did the same type of cover. They was on the cover and shit. They had like the 2 niggas hanging in the background with the dogs and shit like that. We got on all black. It was literally the graphic designer do the same cover and just basically put our heads on the bodies and shit. And it's like a crystal clear, but it's the same cover and shit.
Yeah.
This shit was probably out for like a whole year. We sold out of the vinyl and everything. And like, boom. They freeze my fucking, they froze my TuneCore or some shit like that. And it's like, yeah, we got to get this resolved. And matter of fact, TuneCore hit me up and said they paid out already. I think it was like $20,000 or something. It may have been 40. They like, yeah, we paid dude out already. Now you got to deal with us. So your account going to be froze till you take care of this. I'm like, fuck.
So I mean, what does that look like? You have to either take it down or
they took it down once. This is what happens, bro. And this is how it goes in the music industry. Period. Like if you ever if a lawsuit happens or whatever regarding like some music shit that's released, it the money shit, like the account, it freezes. Like you're not gonna make no more money off that shit, and it comes off all the streaming platforms until it's resolved.
Which is what, changing the artwork.
Yeah, and you got to show proof that it's resolved and all that shit. It's a long process.
Yeah,
but that's what we had to go through. And I thought I was going to have to pay that money back. I was just like, fuck it, I'm a man up and pay that shit. Like, it ain't like I didn't take the nigga shit. Like,
it did do that.
Yeah, it was the photographer. So let me clear it up. It wasn't Cool G Rap who was tripping. That nigga don't give a fuck about that shit. The person who made
his artwork.
It was actually the photographer who took that photo, not the actual graphic designer they used to do the cover.
The original photo.
Yeah, he owns that photo.
Right.
Okay.
So his lawyer contacted TuneCore.
How you even find that?
I mean, I wasn't even being smart about it. Like, I even took the same title, Live and Let. So he probably was looking at that shit and was like, what?
It was easy.
And it was popular too. We sold out of the vinyl, so we was making a lot of noise.
It took about a year and it popped up.
Show him, and they're like, you got fans and shit that's buying this shit. This nigga Guy Fahim got like a lot of overseas fans. These big hip hop fans, so they connecting the dots. So they posting the cover and shit, tagging Cool G rapping and shit. So
they made it easy. They had the audacity, bro.
They probably know who the photographer is and tagged them in it. Like these niggas be real tapped into the hip hop shit.
Yeah.
Overseas,
yeah.
So yeah, but no, they basically, man, like a couple months into it, I was like, fuck it, I'm ready to pay this shit back. Let's do it. And they were just like, actually, it was like some sort of technicality in it or something like that. And they actually went and got the money back from dude.
Oh wow!
And they
was like that.
Well, yeah, they was like some shit. I can't even remember. It was so long ago. Some legal shit, basically, where they took the money back from dude, and I didn't have to pay anything. But
right.
The project is coming down, and I can re-release it, but it has to be with different artwork.
Right. Okay. Right. So currently, that's not out then, right?
No, it's out.
Oh,
I re-released it.
And you changed the artwork then?
Changed the artwork.
So what you end up changing the artwork to?
I had the graphic designer actually draw, draw some shit. Me and
the same type of thing?
Kinda. It was me and Guy Fahim, a picture of me and Guy Fahim like sitting on a dump truck because he called himself the dump god or whatever. Okay. So he was sitting on a dump truck. It was like on a garbage dump and shit in the background.
Okay.
Hell yeah, a more lighthearted cover too.
Interesting.
I was like, fuck it at that point. It was a good cover though, but
yeah,
I wasn't tripping. I was just more so focused on getting it back on the streaming platform because that shit low key fucked up my streams. I'm sure it didn't fuck up his streams. Like his shit is always going crazy.
Right. How do you feel about the streaming stuff coming from a producer's aspect when you're working with an artist? Do you push to try and have it like God Fahim and M Stacks, or is it just God Fahim and then you have to try and I don't know if it's like, I mean, obviously you have your credit on there on the back end, right? But like just having the name on there, do you push to have the name together?
When I'm doing the EPs with these artists or just the projects, my name got to go on it. It has to be that understanding of like, we are two artists coming together and this is a collaboration. You know what I mean?
And you're pushing yourself as an artist. You're not just a beat maker. You're pushing.
But see, that's the thing though. Like the artists that I come across and I work with like that already know that. It's kind of like something that don't have to be explained.
Right.
Like, for the most part, and because, like you said, we talking about Guy Fahim. We talking about artists like Bodie James. Like these are all artists that already do that. They with other producers.
Bodie James and Alchemist. Their names are both on there.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So
some artists, I mean, like you said, on the local level though, like they
don't understand that.
They think that y'all just beat makers.
Exactly.
And you're not like a real producer or something different than a beat maker.
So if you ever wonder why I'm not producing for like all like I produce for like the newer talent here, but like it's a new artists that come out in Cleveland every month, to be honest. And no, I'm not producing for every single one of them. Because a lot of them, like you said, they don't understand that concept. So I'm not about to force that on them.
Right.
Yeah.
A lot of these niggas, they new to this rapping shit. So all they understand is I get my beats off YouTube. I go to YouTube and get my beats.
You know how I feel about YouTube beats.
Oh yeah, me too. We all feel the same way. I'm sure all three of us feel the same way.
Man, them niggas love YouTube beats so much they rap over the tag.
Yes.
The tag be all over that bitch. They gonna switch their flow up every time the tag come around. Like these niggas is weird, bro. Like
they do it. And so, I've been trying to understand what that is. Is that like I just don't want to pay? Is it convenience? Is it so easy to just
all the above? Because the main reason is because it's been artists that have slipped through the cracks before, and they popped on a YouTube beat, wasn't fucking mixed, didn't do no promo for it. They just uploaded it to TikTok and it just went viral, and now they're signed.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's been too many artists like that.
Yeah. But that's gambling. You might as well go down to the casino and gamble.
And niggas do that too, bro. Them niggas do that too, bro.
You might as well go gamble.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
a big gambling town, man. We got a few casinos
Come
here,
on,
man.
DraftKings, man.
So exactly.
They gonna start having rap in DraftKings. You just start gambling on rappers.
Right.
Like,
Right. He
come
gonna
on,
make
man.
it.
We a blue collar town, man. We understand the concept of gambling here. We with that shit.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Oh yeah, we with it.
So
we
yeah.
with it.
That makes more sense than paying you all this money to do nothing. That's how they look at it. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Well, I think what I've heard too is that rappers, it's always rappers too, and that's why it's like you gotta not get out of hip hop, but they feel like they're putting so much money and not getting money back. You know, I gotta
And
pay for
that's
studio
how-
time, pay for bees, and blah blah blah.
And
And,
they
then
be-
where my money?
And then
at?
they wake up, and then this is how most of these Cleveland rappers be, or independent artists be. They wake up one morning and be like, "Yeah, I'm done with that. Now I'm finna start getting paid. Today is the day. I'm about to start charging to perform now." Like, nigga, where did you come up with this information that you just decided you was just fed up? So now you laying the law down, nigga. We tell you, we the fans. We gonna tell you when we ready to pay you,
Exactly.
bro.
Yeah.
And that's just how it go. Like. Ain't no fucking promoters calling you to book you, bro. So how the fuck you got on your page? You charge this much to perform, or even this much for a verse. I'm gonna keep, you know what I mean? I'm gonna keep it 55th Street. You know what I mean? Like, what you mean, bro?
Hey, that's how that's
Hey, man.
that's the way it is out here, though, man. That's how people living these days, man. It is what it is. Like I said, you sift through and you start to work with the artists.
Yeah,
that
so
you
I
invest in.
work with the artists that already understand that.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So like that's why I'm on my second EP with Ruda Bang, because he come to me for that sound that I have. It's very different. My shit don't sound like Money Long for a reason.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
we on our second EP, Big 40. You know what I mean? We on our second EP as well.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I got an EP dropping with Bizarre from D12. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
they all understand that concept. Everything is a M Stacks and whoever you are,
it is. Yeah.
insert artist here. So
Well, it definitely seemed like you ain't slowing down no time soon.
I can't, man. I can't slow down even if I wanted to, man. You know what I mean? I can't go get a real job. I don't have no real work skills like that, man. This is all I got, man. You know what I mean?
If it became like, what else would you think you would do if you had to do something else?
Oh man, I don't know. Maybe like maybe I sell like hair or something like that. You know what I mean? Maybe
Hey
I'll
man, that's a
sell,
profitable business, bro.
Yeah,
No, it is though.
Something like
No,
that.
it is though. You
but
can,
I'm gonna be an artist, however you look at it though. So I would say maybe like a painter or
Okay.
something like that. You know?
another
Or maybe
creative medium.
maybe clothing.
Okay.
You know, but nothing really gave me like that satisfaction of like just doing music, because I'm really like on some ADHD shit, and I kind of need that instant gratification. I gotta, you know, when you make music, like, see, if I made like some art, like I kind of gotta wait, and it's like to for people's reaction, I gotta, you know what I mean, it take a long time to get done, and then I gotta have an art show, and then pray for people to show up, and then how am I gonna sell this shit?
Right.
Like, you know what I mean?
And
Like,
it's not cheap.
get in the gallery
It's a
somewhere.
slow game.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
But music is like, you do this shit tonight, nigga. We can get this shit on SoundCloud right now,
Right.
or we can get it on Apple right now.
Do you have anything that you make that you keep for you on purpose? So I heard this from Madlib. He was like, some of the beats that I make, I'm not making this for no artist at all. I'm purely making this because I like enjoy making music, and this is in my archive of music
Saving all the
that I
good
make.
beats for himself.
Nah, see, Madlib kind of different than me, man. He more artsy fartsy. I'm real artsy with it, man, but he a little off the deep end with it, man. Shouts out Madlib, man. Real creative dude. But no, I be having artists in mind. I want an artist to finish it. I'm trying to make music at the end of the day. And like, I feel like a nigga like Madlib got a more abstract way of looking at music and shit like that. And I know a lot of niggas that will listen to fucking instrumentals, but I'm not one of them niggas that's trying to ride around listening to hard ass beats. Like, I gotta hear a full
Sit for
song
some
with
on
it.
there. Yeah.
So yeah, that's always my goal, man. You know.
Yeah, it was just an interesting concept. You know, I always talk about that with artists sometimes. You know, making music with the artist in mind versus making music and just freely just making the music.
I normally have an artist in mind when I'm making a beat, and
Okay.
it normally goes the direction I want it to go. If not, it'll be somewhat close. You know what I mean? I remember like I remember making a beat for the beat I did for Mac Miller. I made like a Mac Miller type beat. This was before the type beat shit was even a thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna make some white boy sounding shit. And I made it, and then like later on after that shit, I made the whole Mac Miller connection, sent the nigga the beats, and he fucking rapped on it just like I knew he would. The beat I did for Wiz Khalifa and his artist at the time, Tukey Carter and shit like that. I remember making the beat. It sounded like some Wiz shit. And I remember thinking, like, should I just tell him to put Wiz on here? And I remember somebody that was with me, it was like, you should just tell him. Just say what it is. You want to get Wiz on here, just say it. You know what I mean? How else will he know?
Right.
You know what I mean? So I'm like, fuck it. I said to him in the email, I'm like, bro, this would be perfect for you and Wiz. Nigga was like, yeah, shit, I'm going to have him hop on it. And the nigga did. Like, same thing with Juicy. I sent him a beat for Juicy, too. I'm like, yeah, bro, your Juicy feature you trying to do, this it right here. And I sampled some 3 6 Mafia shit. Because that made sense.
Right.
Clearly, it made sense to him, too. He went and got Juicy on this shit. And that's what let me know, too, that, like, I'm not wrong. That shit solidified it right there. And
you mean
like,
in terms of what, like your decision making, or
my decision making?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, nigga, you gonna have to trust me if you an up and coming artist, because I know what the fuck I'm talking about, man.
Right.
If the shit was whack, then nigga would have been like, nah, man, I'm not getting my man Wiz on this.
Right,
You
I'm not
crazy,
about to-
bro. Like,
I'm not even about to mention this shit to him.
nah, you know what I mean? He took it to Wiz because that shit was hard. Mac Miller rapped on my shit because that shit was hard, bro. None of these Cleveland producers got a Mac Miller credit, man. I feel like niggas don't give me the credit that I deserve, but fuck it. I don't want the credit. It's fine. But niggas know I produce for Mac Miller, and that's a fact.
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace. I saw Mac Miller's face on the side of a building. I was down in Kent. We was walking, and somebody had painted his face on the side of the building. That's all I wanted to say about that. But I just seen that like in Kent like last week though. I was like, oh look, Mac Miller, that's hard.
Listen, I ate pizza with that man.
Mac Miller?
Mac Miller, man. You know what I mean? How many of you niggas had fucking dinner with Mac Miller, man? Nobody, bro.
In
You know what I
PA?
mean? Nah.
Where was you at?
Fucking here, nigga.
In Cleveland?
At fucking Rascal House.
What?
Yeah,
What was he doing here? With you or?
Yeah, the show at the Garage Shop.
Okay.
He had just dropped the Kids mixtape.
That was a great mixtape.
And the first people to book him outside of Pittsburgh, his first show, period, after he dropped that shit, was at the Garage Shop. He did the Garage Shop, and he too young. He was like, he wasn't even 21 and shit. They were really just trying to get him in and get him out type shit. We couldn't even go down to the B-side with this young ass. Like, his whole crew. Quentin, everybody was young as fuck, man. He didn't even have a DJ at that time. Clockwork wasn't his DJ, man. You know what I mean? Shouts out to Clockwork, man. Real Ohio nigga. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
But yeah, I mean, shit. We were supposed to eat somewhere. I forget, some restaurant, but Rascal House was the only thing open. We went to Rascal House, ordered pizza and wings, man. That was before I was vegan, man. You know what I mean?
See, you heard him. He said he ate wings.
Yeah, I did eat wings, man. I ate a lot of shit back then, man. I was crazy, bro. Like, I was, man, I wasn't eating, and I was fat as fuck too. That's all I'm saying, man. I was a whole nother person back then, man. But shouts out to my boy Bill. He's the one who made the connection between me and Mac, man. Okay. That's how you know, man. Everything happens for a reason, and this is what I was supposed to do. I was destined to do this shit, man. Like I grew up with this dude, Bill, man. This random white kid, man. Like we used to skateboard together and shit. Bill moved away. And shit, we always remain friends on like Facebook or something like that. And I think one day I was like posting Mac Miller's shit. He was like, he seen it and he commented. He was like, "Oh, you listen to Mac? That's my bro, man. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
you like, bro, how?
He like, we roommates. You know what I mean? And Bill was rapping too, so they got songs together and shit like that. But Bill didn't really take it serious. Bill was like, he had a clothing line called Daily Bread that he was putting together. And he was just focusing everything on that shit. But he was like, I didn't want to be like on some clout chasing shit, because like Mac was like making some noise and shit like that. But I know Bill rapped at the time, so I was like, man, I want to send some beats for you, dog. I ain't even want to say, bro, send some shit to Mac. You know what I mean? Yeah. But he got the beats that I sent to him. He's like, bro, all these shits is hard. I'm going to keep it real with you, bro. Like, you need to get Mac on these, bro. Like, I ain't finna do nothing with them.
Oh, so you said it was 4 Bill initially, though?
That's really what I
wanted. And I was like,
that was for Mac Miller.
But that's what I wanted the whole time, though. But, like, that's how I know, man. This shit was destined to happen. He was like, shit, I'm going to take him to Mac. I was like, all right, cool. And Mac rapped on all them shits, man. But the only record that I got sent back was the one that we released, Way Too Wasted. Or whatever. And it was supposed to go on his next tape, Blue Slide Park, but, you know, that shit never happened.
Yeah. So. Hey, you got it. You got in, though, man.
There you go.
Made that connection. And it's in the history books now.
Yep.
Yeah, for
Can't
sure,
nobody take that
man.
up out of there.
Yeah.
And he ate Rascal House with him.
Hey man, and that's what I'm saying, man. As long as I do my job, I'm cool with that shit. I can live with that at the end of the day, man. A lot of people be like, yo, man, you don't be upset. You don't be feeling like artists be forgetting about you, man, when it's all said and done. I'm gonna be like, bruh, they probably do, but who's to say that's a bad thing? Like, people be having it fucked up, man. I'm gonna get deep with you real quick, man. Like, people be thinking like you come across certain people and they supposed to be in your life forever. Nah, man. Some people are not in a bad way. Could be a stepping stone. Some people could just be in there just for right now, just to, you know what I mean, just temporarily in your life, man. Life is all about experiences, experiencing new shit, and experiencing new people.
Yep.
All of that shit, man. But people just want to keep everybody close, and it's just gang
That's
forever.
like saying like
Ride
some
your
people
guy.
everybody else
Like,
like for a
them,
season.
You can't meet
Like,
nobody
no,
else,
like, and
yeah.
I realized my job at the end of the day, man, is to help artists early on in their career. Once I do that shit, I can't be mad at nothing else. You supposed to move on.
Yeah.
It's cool. You don't have to send me no Christmas card. It's cool when you do though. It's like some
said,
artists.
"Thank you."
Yeah, I'll accept it.
Yeah, no, but it's like I don't have no animosity, and I don't feel like you owe me nothing, man.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like this nigga Doughboy he came to my house. He was catching a bus to the studio. You know what I mean? My fucking house.
Yeah.
When he was a little fucking boy, 14, 15 years old. I was working with this nigga, giving him advice and everything. His first Gucci hat came from me. You know what I mean? Like I believed in dog, gave him advice and all that shit.
Yeah.
He don't necessarily tap in all the time, you know, shit like that. But you know what I mean?
But his art
if
is
you
there.
ask that nigga, he'll fucking tell you, man. He was the one fucking giving me his music when he was DJing at the Kamikaze, talking about check him out and how much he look up to me and shit. Ask him and he tell you, man. So I'm not upset when the artists don't tap back in. though. It's cool when they do, but I'm cool with just doing my job. And I know a lot of times it's temporary. It's just for right now. Once you get on the next level, you off and running.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
That's why I be watching like a lot of these Hollywood stories and shit, these different biopics and shit like that be dropping. Like, oh, you see the artist and they with a manager in the beginning and they get big and drop the manager. Like, I mean, that's kind of how it's supposed to go. You kind of outgrow certain situations and certain people and shit like that.
It's like it ain't nothing personal. Like they be trying to make it like it's personal. It's no, you did your part to help me get to where I am. Thank you. But now I need somebody who can expand it to the next level.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. And if I was gonna rock with you on that next level, I could say any artist. We could name any one of them. It's like 9 times out of 10, I could be in that circle, but I'm gonna have to probably perform another task. And I don't know. That's cool, but it got to make sense for me, man.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not about to be fucking going on a road with you because you need a fucking a road manager now. I've done that before, but I'm not about to do that just so we can stay in contact and be in each other's face all the time. Like, nah, I serve my purpose.
Yeah.
You got your sound now. You know what I mean?
Yep.
You found you a manager. You got signed. You really don't need me now. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna move on to the next person. You gonna move on to
Move
your
on.
next thing.
I'm all about the new shit, man. You know what I mean? That's why people be asking me all the time, like, why do you do what you do? Why do you be breaking new artists' music? Why you always looking for new artists to work with? Like, what the fuck else am I supposed to do? I'm a producer, right? So either I'm gonna be chasing the old niggas
Yeah.
that's already stuck in their ways, you
Can't
know
do
what I
that.
mean? Or I'm gonna be looking for the new talent, man. And that's really where the gratification comes in. That like, yeah, like I broke this new artist.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, look at Machine Gun Kelly now. That nigga is the man now.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I sparked that shit off. You know what I mean? Like his first 3 tracks was with me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I remember one time his like manager, like some shit called me one day and they was like cussing me out because like I had a song on the streaming platforms and they was like upset about this shit. And it's like, dog, but this is a song me and him did together. This wasn't even him calling me, checking me about some shit. This is a person that was not even involved in this situation.
Got something
No,
to
he
say.
wasn't even there.
Yeah.
Telling me to take something down. And I get it. I understand why you upset, but to call me and check me about some shit that you didn't pay for that studio session. You didn't pay for that beat. You didn't facilitate that deal. This shit happened before Bad Boy. You wildin', bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
So
What you feel about free beats?
I feel like that's the thing now, man. That's the
No.
thing.
What do you feel about free beats?
I don't do free beats.
Okay,
You know what I
okay.
mean? But like I said, that's what I see all the other producers doing. I see like producers online selling their shit for dirt cheap, and oh yeah, I'm giving out free beats every month. All you gotta do is sign up on my basically trying to collect your email for their mailing list and shit like that. You know what I mean? So they can sell you their beats later and shit. But I'm not into all that shit, man. It's either you want the beats or not, and you understand paying for shit. You pay for all that other shit. You pay for them Yeezys every time they drop. You pay for that SRT that you got and that Rolly, nigga. You know what I mean? You paying for them fucking showcases that you be doing, nigga.
Big bag of weed you came over here with in a Hennessy bottle.
That's what I'm saying. You paying for the man bag
to...
in the fucking shades that look like Larry June, nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But I need free beats though.
No. Can't get no free beats, man.
No. Have you had a like a conversation with an artist, like going back and forth with that, trying to explain them to them, or is that not ever really been a thing?
Nah,
or has somebody
really.
tried to get free beats out of you?
I mean, if I had that type of conversation with an artist, it never gets past the DM. Like, it'll probably be like that in the DM, like, because I'm responding to all that shit. A lot of artists hit me up, like, from all levels, though. Like, yo, can I get some beats? You know, and I can already tell from, like, the energy, the way they ask it, and then if I look at their page, and you can kind of tell if the artist is paying for beats and shit. Like, if they paying for anything, you could tell. And it'd be like, it's just a bunch of pictures of you, videos with you shirtless with a gun. Like, you're not even in the studio, but you got songs. So let me know you recorded this shit on your phone, probably. Or like
YouTube beats. Yeah.
So, yeah, you know what I mean? But, nah, it's never been like I've never been like going back and forth with an artist like, yeah, man, you need to pay me my money for my beats, or like, nah, a lot of the artists, if not all of them, already have their own situations. They sign to labels, or like, you know, it's already crystal clear where the money is coming from. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I just invoice the label or some shit like that. And for like the newer like independent artists that don't have situations or whatever, like the money is already taken care of in the beginning. Like, you know, I only work with artists that I guess kind of already, not necessarily, I guess, yeah, they already had to be familiar with my brand to some degree. Yeah. You know what I mean? And yeah, I charge up front for it, and that's that. You know, I don't really like when I have conversations with artists about like working with me and shit like that. I don't do too much selling. I'm not a salesman for real. You know what I mean?
You already came to know what you.
Yeah, exactly. You know, but I come across artists all the time that like ask me a million questions about what I've done and who I've done it with and all of this stuff. This be my thing though. All this shit you could look up on Google. Not to be on some cocky shit, but it's just like. But I tell artists like this: we're gonna have this conversation, and I'm gonna tell you all this shit out my mouth, and then you're gonna be like, all right, man, I hear you saying that, but I'm going to just go online and check you out. I got to do some research. You got to do that anyway. Yeah. Why we got to have this fake-ass conversation? It sounds like I'm trying to sell you something, bro.
Well, no, that's when they realized that they couldn't afford it.
Well, yeah, they were hoping you were about to send them a free pack.
Yeah.
That's what they was hoping.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, let me send you a few beats and everything. Let me know what you like. No.
You know what you like. Yeah. I mean, and you don't need confirmation from an artist for you to send them some beats for them to hit you back and say, yo, this is dope. I already know
they dope.
No.
I know what I gave you.
And I ain't gonna cap, like, not every artist is getting charged up front. Because, like I said, a lot of these artists have their own, like, have record deals and shit like that. So, artists with a record deal, if it's like a real, like, major type of situation, you know, he got some sort of a budget there, he not gonna be coming to me like, yeah, how much you charge for this beat? And then cash me out for it like that. I'm gonna have to send an invoice. Like, I'm gonna have to be in contact with management. It's probably gonna get taken care of after the song is done type shit.
Right.
But that's very different from, like, an independent artist who don't have a situation, like I said.
Right.
So,
yeah. So it seems like you basically play those business moves. You just play it by ear.
I play it by ear.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah. But always not shorting yourself.
Yeah. And
you can't short yourself.
No, you can't short yourself, man. And like I said, man, we got to put the project out through Connected Everywhere. If it's not put out through my company, then we can't put it out at all. You know?
Have you had some stuff not come out because you stuck to that?
I wouldn't say I wouldn't say I had projects not come out because of that necessarily, man. But I had projects that was dope as hell not come out because niggas was acting like bitches, bro. I did this project with this nigga named Raz Fresco from Canada, man. He dope as fuck too.
Heard of him, man.
Yeah, man.
I heard him. Yeah.
It's just Toronto, right over the water, man. Like he dope as hell. Don't get me wrong. He make his own beats too. But this nigga hit me up trying to do a project with me. But I low key think it was. I'm gonna be real, man. I think it was on some clout chasing shit. I feel like he saw me doing this project with Boldy, and was like, "Oh yeah, I want to be like Boldy, so let me do a song with M Stacks."
I gotta hit M Stacks.
I gotta hit M Stacks. So
Yeah.
okay, cool. Because I could remember being a little bit younger, sending beats to Raz Fresco, trying to hitting his email all the time. He wasn't responding to shit, you know. And I told him that too, man. I told that to him to his face. And he was like, "Oh man, well, yeah, it's a different day now. It's a new day, man. We working now, and that's all that's important, right?" I'm like, "Yeah, okay, we working." So we did this whole project. He's so excited about it. This nigga FaceTiming me every day, like, "Oh, this project's gonna be so amazing, man." You know how these Canadian niggas talk with the Caribbean accents and shit, man. You know what I'm saying, eh? You feel me, eh? So yeah, the project is dope though. You know what I'm saying? We finish it, and then once we finish it, the nigga just gets ghost. Radio silent. We do the cover and everything. He just gets ghost. For like 2 months, 3 months, some shit like that. I'm hitting his management or whatever, his homeboy, whatever. Nobody's hit me back. Eventually, his homeboy hit me back after 2-3 months. He's like, "All right, yeah, man. I told Raz he was trying to hit him up. He gonna call you he gonna message you today, or he gonna call you today, some shit like that." The nigga did not call me. He text me or DM me or some shit. This nigga goes, "Yo, bro, you can do whatever you want with those beats for that EP. But I just got too many EPs, too many projects I'm dropping right now, and I'm dropping them in a certain order. So I don't really see where the project that me and you did together, I don't see where it fits in the lineup of things." Granted, he did drop a bunch of projects, and they were really successful too. And he did drop them in like a real creative order. It was like real super creative with the artwork. He dropped like 10 projects, and they all came out on vinyl. They all had artwork, and it fit together to make a puzzle, to make a big picture. You know what I mean? But to be like, you can't drop this shit is crazy to me. He didn't even say like, "Yo, bro, you should just drop this shit." And
On your own. Yeah.
even though, like, nigga, you can't give me that option. I could do that if I want to. But I'm just saying, he wasn't even talking like that. He just, like, basically was trying to, in a nice way, tell me I ain't trying to put this shit out no more.
Yeah.
And I couldn't figure out why. I'm like, did I do something weird or something? Because this shit hard. What do you mean you don't want to drop this shit, bro? Then a couple years passed by. Years passed by. I was still wondering this. Why? You know, I stopped wondering. I just gave up. I'm like, whatever, man. I guess it ain't going to come out. Whatever, I'm working on some other shit. I'm in Atlanta recording with Bizarre from D12. I ain't thinking about that shit, man. But then, around this time, while I'm working with Bizarre and shit, I look up, this nigga Raz got a song with Boldy James. I'm like, this kind of weird. You know what I'm saying? So what I think it was this, man. It was a point in time where me and Boldy wasn't seeing eye to eye. We was beefing for a minute. You know what I mean? And that was around the time I was working with Raz. But Raz didn't keep it real, bro. He was fucking weird with this shit. Like, he was trying to low-key take sides because I feel like he wanted a feature with Boldy.
Yeah, he was trying
so
to...
I feel like, I don't know if this is true or not. This is the vibe I get. I feel like maybe he reached out to Boldy and was like, "Hey, man, I'm working with your producer. You think, da-da-da-da-da-da?" And Boldy was probably like, "Nah, nigga, like, that's what I'm thinking." So he was like, "Yeah, I don't want to put it out there. Fuck that."
Because I ain't get my feature.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's the only way. That's the only thing that makes sense to me. Like, why? Like, bro, you was the one that hit me. That's the part that really fucked me up. Like, you reached out to me, dog. You brought this to me, and we did it, and now you
did all the work.
Out.
You made the record.
I might put it out, man. And I told him that too. I was like, because I knew he wasn't gonna go back and forth with it just by his whole approach. He texted me about it, so I was just like, all right, cool. Well, you laying down the law, I'm gonna lay down the law too, bro. I said, okay, cool. You don't want to come out? I said, bro, I'm still finna use these songs for other shit, so you'll hear them. They gonna come out. Maybe like not on me dropping the project type shit, but these songs is finna come out.
Right.
And he couldn't say nothing back because technically I wasn't wrong. These is our songs.
Yeah.
These is our songs.
Yeah.
So. But after a while, I'm like, nah, because I don't want to work with nobody who don't want to work with me, man. That really just rubbed me the wrong way.
Yeah.
Like, you rap about being a real ass nigga and all this black power ass shit, bro. But that shit was some weird ass shit, bro. Like, nothing was black power about that shit, bro.
Yeah.
Malcolm X would have never did that whole ass shit, bro. But that nigga Canadian though, man. Like I said, that nigga can rap, bro. But that nigga is not cut from the same cloth, bro.
Hey,
Niggas is Canadian,
America and Canada,
bro.
two different places, bro.
Yeah.
It's like fake America, dog.
Fake American.
I'm telling you,
It's
man.
real close. It's close. It's right there.
Y'all ever,
just
y'all,
ain't
y'all
quite
ever
just-
been to
just
Toronto?
No, I ain't never been there. I was actually just talking to somebody about Toronto. They was like, don't go to Toronto, go to Ontario. Because it was like, it's different, bro.
I haven't been to Ontario. I've been to Toronto a few times. I mean, it's cool, but yeah, I mean, everybody do things differently, man. But still, what I'm getting from it, that whole story is that you just seem like no matter what, you sticking to your guns. Whatever it is that you say it is, it's gonna be that.
It's gonna be that, man.
And you have to be that way in the music industry, bro. Because if not, people will run all over you. They will rob you. And they will run with your music, run with your money, run with everything.
Act like they ain't never talked to you.
Act like it never happened. So you have to be that way.
That's why, man, I choose not to play ball, man. I'm not selling my publishing. I'm not signing no fucking deals. I don't care what deal you got for me. I make the deal. And that's cool, man. If I got to be in my own little bubble and shit like that, I'm going to be successful in my own little bubble. Yeah. And that's fine with me. That's what Connected Everywhere represents, man. You know what I mean? Like, when artists come and drop a EP or a tape or a project with me, it's like a break from the industry. You know what I'm saying? Like, you do your regular industry shit, live your regular industry life, and play ball, but when you come over here in my world, we're gonna do shit a little bit differently. Right. Starting with the sound, how this shit sound, man. I know this is 2023, but we still gonna use them samples because that's how hip hop started. I'm not about to be the old nigga preaching this, hip hop that shit. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. I'm gonna still keep it alive in the music. I'm not gonna hip hop you out either. We gonna make that new shit, but it's definitely gonna be influenced by the foundation of this shit, man. Yeah. You know what I mean?
But that's what makes you who you are, and that's what sets you apart from the next person. That's why the people that want to work with you, that's why they want to work with you.
I'm listen, it's nobody like me, especially here in the city, man. Like, I'm producing, but I'm also DJing. Like, that shit go hand in hand, but you'll be surprised. Like, a lot of these niggas don't do that shit. So my passion for this shit goes deeper than we doing the creative part. You know what I mean? I'm super passionate about that shit. But also the promotion part of it, you know what I mean, and pushing the record, I do all of that shit, man. You know what I mean? So I'm invested more into the record.
Right.
You want to see it succeed.
But these niggas rather just go get a beat off YouTube. Even if they pay for it. It's like, bro, you just paid this random ass white boy in Germany, bro. Like, this nigga don't know nothing, bro. He not about to, and that's cool. He probably make hard ass beats, but why not fuck with a producer that's actually connected on some DJing shit? Like, I can get your hands, like, your shit be on the fucking radio.
I feel like we're gonna start like a whole movement, like a no YouTube beats, like organization.
I don't think you can fight it, bro. I don't think you can fight it.
Man, but somebody gotta take a stand sometimes, man.
Yeah, but they don't
care,
put your
foot down sometimes.
They don't care, bro. They so ruthless. Somebody is stealing
the line in the sand.
Somebody is jacking a beat on YouTube right
as
now.
We speak.
I be like, bro, like you literally rapped on this shit, and they really don't care that it's like a million niggas with the same beat. I be hearing this shit, so I know you hear this shit, bro.
I've had sessions. It hasn't happened a lot, but like I've had sessions where I've heard the same beat from two different people. I don't even know. It's been like months apart.
I'm telling you,
January,
bro.
and then June will come and another artist, and I'll be like, damn, this beat sound familiar. I'm like, oh yeah, I ripped this off 6 months ago.
Yeah,
I'm telling you, man.
Such and such type beat. Like, that's what they're all
I'm talking about literally the same beat.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. And it both bubbled up.
These rappers invest.
Which means that if it bubbled up to the top, that means that those two dudes had it, and then a whole bunch of other people had it too.
Man. Yeah. And they invested in everything but they production, man. These niggas had a whole rapper kit together, man. They had a chain. They gonna have the big car.
The rapper kit.
They gonna have
the starter pack.
Oh man, the crisp ass braids, the fucking designer shades, the fucking, you know what I mean, LV shoes on.
Can't rap a lick.
Nah, they might, you know what I mean? Like I said, niggas out here rapping like fake ass Larry Jones, bro. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, yeah, everybody love the Jack Styles and Jack Beats, bro. It's the world we live in. They Jack Styles, they Jack and Beats.
I heard a nigga one time say, bro, if you in Cleveland and listen to Larry June and don't listen to my music, then you're tripping. Bro, what? What the fuck, bro? What is it with these niggas and Larry June, bro? This nigga look like Lionel Richie, bro. What the fuck, bro?
Out here drinking smoothies. And I'm with the smoothies. I'm with the smoothie life for sure.
You look like a smoothie nigga, man.
No, yeah, I'm with this, man. I mean, you too,
like
you vegan. You love smoothies. Yeah.
Come on, man.
You look like you gonna enjoy a good beat juice.
No, I don't do beets. No, I do beets. No, I do straight fruit.
I'm gonna drink a meat smoothie since that.
This nigga gonna have a smoothie and then go get Five Guys after this shit.
Wash it down with a burger.
Talking about life is all about balance.
As a matter of fact, I'll go right over to Harvard Park, give me some Five Guys, and go to Robex while I wait for my food.
Exactly, man. Hey, you know you a fat nigga, man. If you like, you know you fat, bro. If you washing your food down with a smoothie, like you supposed to have the smoothie by itself. Niggas be doing that shit,
Yeah,
bro.
I'm doing it for the taste. That's all.
Niggas be eating wings, drinking a smoothie,
Yeah.
like. What you trying to get fuller, nigga? Like,
Then go get a Diet Coke, bro.
Yeah, a Diet Coke, right. Wash it all down with a Diet Coke. What a world.
Oh, that's funny.
It's America. It's a good place.
yeah, man.
Would you live anywhere in the world other than America?
Other than America,
Yeah.
I live in Canada. I ain't gonna lie to you, fake
You just
American.
got done talking bad about that.
Hell yeah, I have fun cracking on them niggas all day, bro. I have fun, man. I feel like they easy to roast and shit like that, man.
They accept it too.
I
They
be
just
top
like,
dog.
Yeah, they
over
so
there,
polite
man.
now.
Yeah, they're like,
Come on, eh? You're tripping, eh?
You tripping, eh?
Oh, you know what? They'll fam you to death. Hey, fam. That's what it was. Like, what fuck you from the UK, Raz? What fuck is you doing? Hey, fam. You know, fam, this shit is hard, fam.
You know what really makes me mad is
What's
like
up?
when Drake switches. He'll talk like very like ghetto,
Combination.
and then he'll go to that. I'm like, how do you go to? How do you get to that?
Combination.
How are you talking like that?
Right.
But then all of a sudden it starts sounding like Lil Wayne. I'm just confused.
You know why? Because he's an actor. And he knows you know that.
No, that's very true.
And people don't question it because everybody else knows that. He's an actor. We saw him as an actor first.
Yeah.
Same
Hey,
reason why
you know what I be thinking? Like, this just be like some mind blowing stuff sometimes. Like, you know, like that hits blunt type stuff. Like, so, you know, like Drake is an actor. Nicki Minaj went to acting school and everything like that. Like, are they rappers or are they just acting like rappers?
both. You
Wow.
kind of got to act. It's like you kind of got to know how to act to be a professional wrestler type shit.
Yeah.
I mean, look at all these. Like some. I mean, some of them are definitely like a Tekashi 6ix9ine or like these like characters. Like they're just like almost more character than you are a rapper.
Yeah.
He's just like a super character.
You
Hey,
don't,
that
you don't think Wiz Khalifa is a character? That's a character.
no, that's a
man.
character for sure.
Snoop Dogg, like he's just that nigga every day.
I mean, but he definitely turned his persona into like now he just has to be this person.
No, he probably is that nigga all the
Yeah,
time.
yeah. He just has to be that person forever now. But he made it so it's like I don't have to act like anything else. I'm just be me, and I just capitalized off of it.
Yeah.
Man, Snoop is on Warzone on Call of Duty right now. Like they got his skin on there.
Right.
Like-
Bro, this dude had a show with Martha Stewart, and it was successful, bro. Like
that show was hard,
It
though.
was hard. Though.
I was watching.
It was a really good show.
I was one of the viewers.
You look like you drink Snoop Dogg wine and smoke Black and Mild.
Oh yeah,
Snoop Dogg got a wine too.
yeah.
Yeah.
I never had. Oh yes, he do. The whatchamacallit.
It's not the 19 Crimes. That's not him.
That it is.
It is
Baby.
not-
That's
yeah, it's
who put
19
that's who
Crimes,
put it out.
yeah.
It's Snoop 19.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
I
I
have
forgot
drunk
about
that,
that one.
and
That 19
I smoked
Crimes
the
hard
Black
as
and
shit because like when you put the phone over the thing and it'll play like the little backstory on whoever it was. That's kind of dope.
Yeah, that's cool. Cool little marketing, little scheme. Man, it's been a dope talk though.
Yeah, man. We appreciate
Yeah,
you
man.
coming on.
Hey man, you know what I'm saying? Last time I seen you had hair and shit.
Bro, this
Hey,
dude
man,
is
take your hat
wild.
Right.
Shouts out to
Shouts
out to-
change the subject.
shouts out to Mobbed Up Clothing, man, my official sponsor, man.
That's dope.
See mobbed up.
Mobbed Up
Mobbed Up.
Clothing, man.
Shout
Make
out.
sure you follow them, man. This is an official new era too, man. You know what I'm saying?
That's dope though. I like that.
Where you
Yeah,
from?
yeah. Man, I don't know. I think they from Detroit, man.
Okay.
Don't quote me though, man. But they sent me a nice ass package and shit. But this is just one of the hats they sent me. They got like these fire ass like Dickies and shit like that, man. Official Dickie shit. Hard, bro.
Nice, nice.
Okay.
Check them out.
But yeah, man, we outside with it, man. It's the kid M Stacks,
Yes, sir.
StreamSpace.
That's right.
Thank you.
Wayne's World.
Wayne's
World. Party time. Excellent.
Make sure that y'all follow,
Like and subscribe.
and we're gonna catch y'all in the next one.
Are-
Peace.
Are we wrapping it up?
Oh yeah,
Oh, we
oh
wrap-
yeah. That's what we sound like. We was going down that path.
We
not done
was
yet?
going down that path. Like and subscribe. Follow this man for sure, cause he has more coming, and he got stuff that you need to get caught up on. Cause I'm about to go get caught up. I gotta go do my homework.
You gotta do a little research.
I gotta do my research, and I'm gonna watch. We say Deep Cover.
Do y'all homework on Deep Cover, man. You know what I mean?
I know I'm watching that probably tonight for real.
Hey, listen. that
Next
shit
time he
so
come
crazy.
around, you better be able to quote some lines from there.
Hey, man,
Quote
the
some
pool
lines.
table scene is so crazy, man.
Okay.
A pool table scene. Just know that, man. The
Sound like
pool
somebody
table
head
scene.
about to get smashed in with an 8-ball.
Man, what?
It's very violent.
It's very
The nigga
violent.
from Malcolm X.
Oh, the
Remember
blue-
the nigga that was, which side you want me to shoot off? The nigga side or the WAP side? That nigga.
Okay.
Yeah.
With Larry Fitzgerald.
Larry Fishburne.
Oh, Fishburne. I fucked his name up.
Now
Don't-
he really,
don't
he
call
really
him
gonna
that.
whoop your ass
He
now.
really about to whoop out.
Don't call him that, man.
He
was
said,
about
"Don't
to-
call him Larry."
He was about to fuck Jim Jones up for that shit, man.
If Jim Jones got beat up by Lawrence, man, well, that would be a very viral.
Yeah, Larry was a little bit younger at that time too, man. So he probably still had that old man strength, like a little bit older than Jim.
He was
like,
low key cocky though.
Mm-hmm.
When he was younger, like he was low key
That's what I'm
slow.
saying.
Yeah, I don't want to fuck with
Jim
him.
was probably drugging and shit back then, all kind of shit, man. That was he was on.
That's before he started working
out.
You know that nigga Jim was coked up, man. Larry would have fucked Jim up,
Yeah,
man.
easily though.
Man, what?
Easily.
You know that nigga and Max B was coked up, bro.
Oh yeah, they was
on
wilding
now.
out. It was wilding
That's
out.
that powder.
That powder. Hey, we up out of here, man. It's been a good time. We'll be here all night. How I turn this off?
The off button.
Do,
The
do,
off
do,
button.
do.